everybody. My name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my baby back, Chili, baby back, red.
Caller, this call is for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick.
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
Will you say my name again? I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. All right, I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll...
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
How are you and your man?
Oh, Bisconti, he's in hospice. I'm teasing.
Oh,
it's a joke. It was an old man joke.
No, there was somebody in the hospice on meeting earlier, so I was like, oh, geez.
I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh my God, we're great. I'll marry that man.
Oh,
he's adorable. So.
If my baby's fall out, this is your fault, John. I'm just saying.
Jumping jack. Whoa!
Yeah, don't.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Okay. There. I did it. What, you can take me?
I just died in your arms tonight. This must have been something to say. I just died in your arms tonight.
There. I did it.
Are you winning, son?
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm an English teacher, a dialect coach, and today I'm going to show you exactly what actors do perfectly and terribly when they try to do a British accent. Let's rate some accents.
My kink is British accents. Oh, is that all right?
Cheerio, cut!
Yeah, right then. Bush cheerio.
You're really attracted to this.
Oh, bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass. I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, you know, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay. Happy day. Wednesday. Happy day. Thursday, Friday. Happy day. The weekend comes. My cycle hums.
Your lip. Just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
I'm gay. I have relationships with men and sex with men.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to SimpCast, everybody's favorite Sunday night show. Welcome, welcome. Hello, audience. Hello, viewers. Glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I almost didn't make it. I just walked in the door a half hour ago. I had the very hellish travel day. I've been up since 5 a.m. I'm surprisingly chipper for how early I've been up. 3 hours of sleep, got up at 5, pumped in my hotel room, couldn't find an Uber. That's what I learned about kind of small towns, basically anywhere in the country. It's going to be very hard to get an Uber at 5 a.m. unless you're in like a major city. So that took a while. I missed my first flight. The next flight was supposed to be 6:30 flight. Next flight was 12. And I did that, and then they canceled my connecting flight, so I was stuck in Charlotte for a while. And then they were like, "We're gonna fly you out tomorrow." I was like, "No, I have SimpCast tonight." So I bought another flight, landed in Newark, took an Uber, pumped in the Uber. The Indian Uber driver was like, "What are you doing? What does that sound?" I'm like, "It is a breast pump, sir. It is medical. You can't stop me." And I have spilled some of it in your back seat. So I'm sorry if that will incur a cleaning fee. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I have a couple of shows coming up. Thank you to everybody who came out to Fort Wayne, Indiana last night. That was just a blast. We had 2 shows at the Fort Wayne Comedy Club. So much fun. The first show I thought I was going to do in the dark because the power went out a half hour before the show. Some drunk driver at like 6:30 drove into the whatever contained the power for the strip mall. I was like, I'm going to have to do this show by flashlight. But then luckily the power came back on. See, you'll miss these exciting things and moments if you don't come to a live show. I definitely encourage you guys to see Jimmy Dore on Tuesday. I'll be making a little appearance at Jimmy Dore's show on this Tuesday in Hartford, Connecticut. That's the Hartford Funny Bone. Then for my local Mount Kisco peeps, catch me at Jazz on Main in Mount Kisco, May 17th, August 8th and 9th. I'll be back in my homeland of Long Island at the Brokerage, October 18th, Massillon. I finally learned how to pronounce that. Massillon, Ohio. I believe that's Crackpots Comedy Club. For tickets, go to my website, chrissiemayr.com. And it was so great. So great to meet everybody last night. Some of you gave gifts for the bean, like heartfelt gifts. You guys are the best. I don't deserve you. Okay. But you know what you do deserve? This panel of gals. You know them. You love them. There's nobody new tonight. I don't have to do a long intro, although I do want to see what they've been up to lately. Welcome to the show, Lady Gravemaster, Cherry Perez, Star Wars girl, and Xray girl. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
What is new? It's been a long time since I've seen Xray girl on the show.
Oh, I was going to say, you saw me like a few days ago.
I saw you on FNT, but I have not seen you here.
I feel like my Sundays have been so busy with gaming and Forbidden Frontier that, I've just been very tired every Sunday.
So tired. And just, whenever you need to pass out, let me know.
It might just happen on screen. Is that a thing? People like watching girls like sleep?
People jerk off to that. Yes.
Why?
People will watch a hot Asian girl do just about anything. He has all kinds of fetishes. Put a 1 in the chat if you would watch Xray girl sleep. But good to have you here.
I don't know if I've told you this. So I was in the Marine Corps for 10 years. That's important because I have a Marine Corps buddy. Marines make bets, and he lost the bet. And so because he lost, he had to post feet pics on OF.
Oh my goodness.
And it made money. So he was like, "Oh wow, that's like $1,000 of money." And so now he's no longer in the Marine Corps, but he makes about 50 grand a month posting feet pictures on OF. And that's all.
What does his feet look like?
Give that away for free.
I do not know what they look like. I have not gone and looked, but he literally he sent a screenshot to our group.
This is a man.
This is a man. This is a man. And literally he did show us the one picture. For whatever reason, they like his feet by the pool or in mud. Those are where he makes the most money. So he sent us the picture. You can only see his toes sticking out from the mud, and he made 22 grand on that picture.
What?
Can we see it?
Okay, hold up. I was an actual legitimate foot model, so I should be cashing in. I should be cashing in on this.
Wow. Yes, you should. But yeah, he was at first we were giving him shit for it, but then he has no debt, and he did nobody knows what his face looks like.
Do they know what his body looks like?
No, they have no idea what his body looks like.
Do they know his feet are men's feet? Does he have very feminine looking
hairy toes?
He has hairy toes. He's got hairy legs, but it's not super hairy toes. And he is half Mexican, half Italian, so he's got a really olive tan.
They smell good.
And
his feet smell like good food.
He's like, I really just got to keep my nails clean, and that's it. And I was like, bro.
And then pedicures become a write-off.
Yeah.
I should tell him that. But yes. No, he doesn't take any write-offs. He's like, I make so much money that it just doesn't matter. And I was like, bro.
Wow.
I'm too proud.
I might have to think of a foot stage name and get in on this.
Yeah, but I was like, man, that's wild. Yeah, he was telling us. Now, granted, he doesn't get to keep all he gets. Oh my gosh, he gets obliterated on taxes because he lives in California.
Oh,
but he still brings. So I think that's his gross. But I think he still nets between 19 to 25 grand a month.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm gonna set up
business.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up a profile. I'm gonna call myself Toanna, and I will be an anonymous foot person. Well, except for anybody listening, don't tell anyone. You guys know. Nobody else will know.
Nobody else will know.
Toanna DeVille, or Toanna. I'll think of something. I'll think of a cool last name. My goodness. Very interesting, Lady G. How are you, Miss Cherry?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Kind of the same old stuff. Just here making videos. I have another woke TikTok out on, I think, Wednesday. And then other than that, not much. Just the same old, but
Yeah.
you know, that's good with me. So
It's good. It's good. Nothing crazy.
means there's no trouble brewing.
It's good when things are chill.
Yeah.
Hi, Anna. How's your little bean doing?
She's good. She's finally sleeping right now, so I'll be able to do this for as long as that lasts.
Wow, that's a true multitask. I was never able to get the baby to sleep like next to me while doing the show. But he's also like kind of high maintenance in a loving way. Anna has been blessed with like the world's easiest baby. I met her. She's so cute. And like she was like, eh. She was like, eh. Like she just spit out the pacifier and she was like, eh. That was her making noise. Cute. She's like a little doll baby. She's so sweet. And Nina's here. Yay! Look at you. You're wearing a SimpCast shirt. I forgot I gave that to you. Yeah. That's what I need to do. I'm going to reorder them and I'm going to send everyone one of these shirts because it's been, I forgot I had
I think
them.
I ordered this one. You gave me the rootin' for Putin one.
Oh. And it's so relevant.
It is. I love that shirt.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to have to do a big SimpCast shirt order. What's new with you, Nina?
Not much. I'm glad to see everybody here. What's up, Xray girl? It's been so long. What's up, Anna? I don't know you, Cherry, but hello. Nice to meet you. Lady Gravemaster's really good to see you. Not much. I'm just hanging out. I'm here. Thanks for inviting me.
Hanging out. Oh, God, thank you for coming. Hanging out with the Wayne. So I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Love Indiana, by the way. Very few Black people. No, I'm just kidding. That's not why I love Indiana. It was just good times, good club, good people showing up to the show. Front Porch Conservative came to the late show. Who else?
Cool.
Gonzo,
I love that dude.
Who the FNT people know he's come to several people who have come to the meetups who remember me from like the Orlando meetup and
Are you making it to Vegas?
one other one. You won the Vegas trip in a couple weeks? No,
I wish.
I wish to. Oh, the baby's turning 1 on April 10th, so we're doing like a little party for him.
Isn't that crazy? He's a year old.
It's been a year. That's insane. It's so fast.
It really flew. The first 6 months, people who have babies, for me, it was kind of a slog because you're just a bit of a slave to the breastfeeding. And then once the solids really kick in, you have a few more hours in between feedings. And then you can like sort of think about other things. And then as soon as we hit 9 months, it was like, it flew by.
Mm-hmm.
So it took like 3 months for him to like chunk up.
Are you going to actually have a birthday party for him?
Yes, it's going to be Elmo themed.
Yeah, because I don't know, like some moms, like there's some, I don't know, like new age moms, I guess, are like, oh, we're gonna skip over the first birthday kind of thing because they don't remember it, so like they don't make an effort.
I remember it. It is a pat on my back for keeping him alive.
It's more for Chrissy, of course. Yeah.
Girl, you are sleep deprived. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna make an Elmo themed cocktail and get blitzed. Pumping and dumping. I'm gonna be hammered. That's my plan for the first birthday, and I'll be like, everybody, congratulate me. I did this a good job.
Wait, have you gotten hammered post baby yet?
No.
So okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Maybe.
You're gonna have like one glass, and you're gonna be like, I'm so gone, you guys.
Hey, I even treated myself after the late show last night. I like got back to my hotel. I got a White Claw from the lobby, and I was like, wow, I'm really gonna treat myself. And it was a peach White Claw, and I like, cracked it in my room, and it was like 1 a.m. and I had 2 sips and fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I was also
Well,
like,
when you came
as
over
I
here.
remember. I don't know if it's because it's the peach flavor or what, but I'm like, this does not taste great.
Simulated peach does not taste good. Well, also you haven't had alcohol in a long time. Those don't taste good.
Yeah, I gotta start with like a nice cocktail or something.
Yeah.
Something very
You
sweet.
had a cocktail when we had dinner, Chrissy.
Okay, yes, I did that. Okay, I did have a cocktail when we met up at the TGI Fridays. That was really good. That was like a raspberry mojito, which had like
Ooh.
barely alcohol. Okay,
What's your favorite drink?
Oof. Okay. Cosmo's up there. I know that makes me sound very basic.
No, I'm so basic. I'm the Cosmo girl.
Now, a wide martini glass. It's almost like you just put your whole mouth on it. Like the mouth feel on that is great. You're just like, almost like you're chewing it. You just like it's good. Any kind of like fun martini, except for like a chocolate martini. That's like a meal.
Ooh, espresso martinis are great.
I've never had that, and I love coffee.
Great
when
first
I
drink
for when
for
I was
the
like
night.
drinking like all the time, I'd have like vodka soda with lime.
Me
That was
too.
my go-to. And,
Calories, right?
Because calories, and it's just a healthy girl's drink. And but occasional White Claw. Like again, drank a lot of White Claw before I found out I was pregnant. And I would say you can drink White Claws and not really damage your baby. That's what I've learned. I was like, I made him retarded, and then he came out perfect. And so let that be a lesson to everybody. You can drink just as long as it's under 7 weeks, but don't. I'm not encouraging that. I'm just being funny. So anyway, yeah, I'll have like an occasional here and there drink, but not how I used to drink, which was like I will get drunk. So
You have a goal in mind.
Maybe this was a change for the better. Okay.
Xray girl, where are you at? I don't see like stuffed animals behind you.
Oh,
I'm at my brother's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you look like out of your element. Like,
I
all the
am
cute-
technically out of my
Aw.
element. I miss having the lights and the plushies in the
Your
background,
flair.
but yeah.
I'm enjoying the canted camera angle so that she looks
I
slightly
look like I'm in a
tipsy.
closet.
Yeah.
You're
I
in a
am
closet.
literally in a closet, so
But the sound
Yes.
is good.
Let me join you, Lady Remaster.
Aw, you are welcome. And it would be a very tight squeeze, but we could make it work. You could just sit on my lap.
Oh, I think the chat would love
Oh,
that. Can we face it face to face though?
Yes, we could do that. Absolutely.
I'm gonna make this about me
you go.
really quickly, and then we're gonna go on to the other fun topics and viral videos. It would not be a road gig for me. It seems like I can't get on a plane now without a viral moment happening.
I know.
And-
What is up with you and planes?
I don't know. So let's pull up my viral tweet from, gosh, this was from yesterday. Whoops. And I don't know. That's the thing, is this triggers people that are very this kind of thing. I do it every time. So the people who get triggered there, they must be new here. And also, it's just such low-hanging fruit. It's just simple, stupid racial humor. And so this was my tweet. Important announcement. I'm on my way to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I see the pilot in the cockpit. If I don't make it, blame DEI. And so I don't know if this is the co-pilot seat, but the pilot on the other side was white. So I made it.
Oh, that's why you made it.
I made it.
I guess.
Yeah, I made it, guys. And these people, I've been getting a lot of shit for the last 2 days. It's really cranked up today. Someone went to the effort to zoom in because people were tagging American Airlines, asking them to ban me, put me on the no-fly list. I'm like, how did these people know it was American Airlines? They zoomed in right here where the first, I guess these are the first class drinks or whatever's in here. Right here it says American Airlines on the side on this little gray thing here. I'm like, you guys have too much time on your
Such
hands.
losers. I'm sorry. Like what?
They're like, you
Get
gotta
a
ban.
life.
I'm like, excuse me, they're not going to ban me, a gold member, okay, with over 100,000 miles, okay.
Period.
So,
I
good
mean,
luck
if
with
if
that.
they do ban you, it'll be funny because then you'll get into the news even more.
Fareed
Like-
Nasheed was one of the bigger accounts who quote tweeted it. The irony is there have been no recent cases of black male pilots involved in aircraft accidents, but white female pilots have been involved in multiple aircraft accidents in the few past months alone. And I'm like, buddy, yeah, we're on the same team.
Yeah.
Women are also part of DEI. Like, we don't disagree on that.
I hear a lot of problems in that whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just been like a lot. Let's pull up another.
Are they death threatening you on this one? Because there was one you got death threats on, right?
Yes.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah. And you know what? I haven't fully gone through my Instagram yet. They're a little bit more intense on Instagram, I find.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, because there's probably more illiterate people on Instagram because they're like, I like the pictures.
I think so.
I think that's how that goes.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg owns it too. So
Yeah. Let me pull this up. Actually, yes, someone said I think one person said I should be shot. So I guess that's better than usual.
These people.
So here's people tagging American Air. Please ban her from future flights. Good luck getting back home. At Chrissie Mayr. And it turns out I did have kind of a tough way back. 15 hours, you know. I got a double pat down because I don't go through the machine anymore.
No. A double one.
Are you allowed to say no?
Yes.
Yes.
They pat me down because I did an opt out because I don't want to go through the machine. So
yeah, you gotta say you're gonna opt out, Xray.
Oh. Yeah. I because ever since my mom got brain cancer and I got pregnant, I'm just not doing it anymore. Like maybe I'm paranoid or overly cautious, but I don't do it anymore. And
just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you're wrong.
And so they patted me down. And you know what? But one of my love languages is physical touch. So sometimes, your girl doesn't mind a pat down.
Were they cute?
And they're women. She's like, I'm going to use the back of my hands. I'm like, you don't have to. You can use the front of your hands if you want. And patting me down. And then, they test her. She has to test her hands with strips. And then an alarm went off. And I was like, I don't know what the hell's on me that could have possibly. So they have to do it again. Then with the front of their hands, like that's going to be any different. She tests that again. It goes off. I was like, I don't know if the breast is tripping your system. I don't know what could possibly be on me. So then they have to basically shake out all your luggage. They have to go through everything.
They get all lugged too if you touch your luggage before they let you touch your luggage.
Yes. Oh, they're so controlling. But don't touch it. Just point. You have to point to it.
Exactly. Oh, it's so crazy. Yeah, I always opt out too, so I know exactly how you feel. And it's the funniest thing is when you get pat down and then there's little kids around and they're just staring at you. Because they always ask me too. They're like, "Do you want a private room?" And I'm like, "No, I like getting felt up in public."
Everyone to see. I want everyone to see.
And I'm just standing there getting pat down, and the little kids are like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" And I'm just like,
"Yeah,
that's right. Behold."
Well, fortunately, they said Trump said he's going to ban it, right?
So get the pat downs
or whatever
while you can, people.
Oh, they're going to ban the opt out.
No, they're going to ban TSA.
The whole thing.
Oh.
So they say. I mean,
I would like to bring a bottle of water on and not have to pour it out like some
especially
crazy
when you
person.
buy a brand new drink, and you're like,
I've heard they're starting to allow that. Is that not true?
Not that I've seen so far.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, they've done tests on this, and they say that they've literally done bomb tests and stuff to see how effective TSA is. On the tests that they did, they missed every single fake bomb.
Oh,
so
wow.
we do all of this for what?
It's okay. So it's the same. It's the same reason that we do any of these ridiculous, nonsensical procedures. It's because people like to feel in control even when they're not, and it helps prevent panic. That is as simple as it gets. If you can look like you are doing something, you are less likely to be. Look at all of this waste that Elon is uncovering. It's the same thing. If you look like you are doing something, most people will just sort of let it go or will not question it because everybody wants to have that sense of control or that sense of order. So that's where that comes from. Chrissy, have they made you about your breast milk yet? Like, have
Oh
you ever
yes,
pumped?
that's what's next.
Yeah.
They always fuck with the breast milk.
Yep.
I'm like, what do you want to taste? What do you think it is? You know, and then they'll test the outside of it. And normally that's it. But on one of my flights, because I had like 4 flights because they both had connecting.
You mean like breast milk in like the bottle?
No, because I have these coolers that I travel with. They're amazing. They're so amazing. One has like 2 separate containers that shut, and then inside that are these like rings of like cooler, like they're, I don't know, cooling packs.
Okay.
Like, it's like a plastic
like the gel pack
cool
things,
pack.
right?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
gel, but it's like that surrounds it, and then there's 2 of those stacked on top of each other, and then like 2 rings, and then that's in like a big, almost like camping cooler. That one's dope. And then I have another one where you just pour the pumped milk like right into a thermos, and then it's got like the top has a cooler on it, so you just it's like screw it on. But that one you will spill in an Uber if it's full. So anyway, so on one of the flights, they made me open one of them up. They're like, "Oh, we have to test the vapors." So they put like a little strip like in the midst of the open breast milk container. I was like, "You guys, this is
ew."
I feel like that's made up.
This is a waste of everyone's time. Yeah, I'm like, what are they wafting?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. So here was a good response from my tweet. So somebody made this nightmare fuel. Chrissie Mayr when her pilot is black. I was like, what? Sure.
Oh my god.
I don't understand it.
I don't even get it.
I don't get it either. And then this guy responds, I wish it crashed, but that would harm everyone in there, including you. So all I'm going to say is that your time will come.
Wow.
Kissy face.
These people are
Thank you, Jaden.
Well, I mean, technically, everyone's time will come at some
It's
point.
the inevitable. Taxes and
right.
death.
I guess he's right. It really scared me.
Yeah, right.
Whew. So I am happy to report I am not banned yet from American Airlines. Here is, let's see, is this one more?
I'm kind of surprised they didn't ban you already.
Tagging an airline because you can't handle a little racial humor. I am convinced that you have never struggled in life. You're on SSRIs, you have low T, and you're an awful hang.
Period.
And then I was like, look, I wanted to apologize to people. I said, I take back what I said about black DEI pilots. They're perfectly qualified unless there's a water landing.
Oh
my god.
Hey-o.
So I hope that made everyone feel better.
I feel better.
Yeah. Oh my god. It'll probably die down. No, it'll probably be another couple of days. So when something goes viral, it's like waves. Like the first day is just the people you know, like your circle. And then the next day you're like, where's all these people coming from? It's usually because like a random bigger account took it, and then there was this aggregator who basically like copied the photo and posted it on his own.
Yeah, because usually when it goes really, really viral is when they screenshot it and then they go and post it on like Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's when all the crazies come
when
out.
the news comes out. My favorite viral moment was your pants moment, though.
Oh, me too, because I was in like the best shape of my life. I was like, yes, everyone, look, take photos. Oh, this is big, so hassled.
Yeah, the funniest one was that one with Keanu because they made you guys look even like way more hookerish.
Yes.
Made you change in the airport right at the gate.
And it was more revealing. Like what they made you wear was more revealing than what you had on. So it kind of like defeated the purpose.
We went from looking like kind of like sassy Vegas girls to looking like gym class lost and found bin. Because all I had were these 2 pairs of shorts. So I went from kind of sheer-ish pants to shorts. And like, just had a crop top on. That was truly insane. And like, they made us feel panicked. And I thought, okay, I guess I have to change right here. Because we were the last to board. They were about to stop the boarding. And so I just like, I wore a bathing suit bottom. So like almost looked like underwear. But I was changing. And then like poor Keanu, as you guys know, had no underwear, so she just had her snatch out at gate D. So that was fun. We had fun. We had a good
Iconic.
time.
Truly.
Oh my God. Okay. Enough about me. I want to talk about this viral girly. This clip here. Because you know what? I funny because I saw her response video before I saw the video she went viral for. And I was like, what is this about?
Oh, I haven't seen the response video.
Yeah, I've not seen the response video either.
It was so boring. I clicked out of it. I'm like, what's this broad talking about?
She's
Well, what's annoying is that she still hasn't cleaned her room in either of the videos. Like you see from behind the door, she has that pile of junk. And then in her response video, it's still there. I'm like, girl, either shut the door or clean your room.
Yeah, she's busy. She's busy going viral.
She doesn't need to clean, Anna. She don't got no man to come over. She don't need to clean.
She's an influencer.
She's a very liberal woman, so she'll probably hire somebody to come do it for her so that she can give opportunity to someone who needs it.
Oh my God. To her Mexican neighbor. Do you want to clean my house?
Before I play this, I'm going to blow through a couple of these little super chats before they're irrelevant. Russell Hall, a friend of mine, got stuck in Charlotte once. It's a great airport. No complaints about the airports. And a lot of them now have like mother rooms or like a mother like office or like
lactation
pods.
That's not what Russell meant, Chrissy.
Did one lactation pod. That was pretty cool. You just wave to go in, and then some of them are just called mother rooms. And then like I'm in there pumping. Like some moms came in with their kids and they're changing them, and like I met a lot of good moms and had some good chats. So
man, if Blake Lively goes in there and some dude walks in, it's over. That guy's that guy's getting fucking
honor system too, because like they're not locked. They're all like open. You just wave your hand in front of it or just open the thing. Nicholas Gurr, Chrissy, you and Anna need to have a milk off. That's a great idea. Conrad Veet, hey Chrissy, I'm the import-export guy from last night. I forgot to tell you that I'm the one who got you the book Elephants Are Not Birds. Oh gosh, that was Ashley St. Clair's book. And now look at her. Now she's Elon's baby mom. She went from author to whatever that is now. Nice to meet you.
Have we even heard from her?
Not in a long while.
I texted her like the day everything went down, and I was like, I'm not gonna hear. And then I look at my old text. I'm like, oh, I haven't heard from her in like months. So I hope she's well. I guess she is. She's doing great. She's got Elon baby mom money.
Yeah, but like, I mean, has anyone heard from her, like even online, like at all? I don't think I've heard from her since
I think she's learned her lesson to not be public.
Yeah. Seems like it.
She's in a social media bunker. John Mack loved you on Corolla CM. Did you realize he was breaking news with the cheating story? Follow him pretty closely. Pretty sure he's never admitted that. Yeah, he did talk about cheating. I didn't realize that was breaking news. Whoa.
I want to see that. I haven't seen your interview with Corolla yet.
At first I thought he was joking, but then I was like, oh no, he's really telling people like he cheated on, I guess, one of his ex-wives. I don't even know how many ex-wives he has, maybe just the one. It was really fun. We spent most of the show talking about that video of like the hot retarded girl in the gym clothes, and then I'm like texting Frank, like, I need that video. Send it. It's very important. Adam Carolla needs this video. And then at the end of the show, I'm like, oh, it was a filter. Oh no.
Oh my God.
It was a filter?
It was.
I haven't seen
That's
it.
a damn good filter.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe it exists, and I also can't.
Why does an autistic filter exist?
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
it was a retarded filter. You can't have a filter for that because you just look normal. It's on the inside.
That's insane.
You're talking about the Downs, right?
Yeah, like why is
they
there a
made
filter for that?
The Chat GPT song they made about it, right? Like
yes.
Down, I'm down.
She's
Yeah,
I'm down. Doesn't matter. The baker cake is cake. Mm-hmm. Borg Pork, I saw Dylan Mulvaney yesterday at Universal Hollywood. Her boyfriend looked like a gay drunk 3PO. Maybe it was him.
Sorry.
By the way, Anna, have you seen any Van Damme movies lately? Okay. Nina wants to see the Death of Snow White movie.
The trailer for that is insane.
Nina wants pie. Oh, it's a real
I do want pies because we don't have pies in Mexico, so I feel left out.
Freaking why?
Can you bake?
No, you don't. I've never been a good baker. I can bake, but I can't bake.
Health Minister of Belgium. Hey, ladies, let's take some seed oil shots. Ugh.
Ew.
No thanks.
James chart. Anna, if you've seen the original Predator, you've seen a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. He played the Predator.
Okay, so I thought that was cut because I've seen the original costume for the Predator and that it was supposed to be Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I thought he wasn't in the original or the Predator suit that we've all seen. So I revealed on Jack's show that I've never seen a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie and I've only seen him in that one episode of Friends. So my mentions have not been the same.
That's so funny. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I'd be like, I don't know what he's been in. Did that half Irish. Happy birthing day, Chrissy. That is gonna be April 10th is birthing day. But it's coming up. Thank you. Oh my gosh, a pink boy from Rhode Island. Thank you for the pink boy. Saw Chrissy in Fort Wayne last night. She is great live and unfiltered. If she comes to your state, don't miss it. Thank you. Wow, I'm putting that on my Yelp reviews. Rhode Island. Oh, appreciate you. Russell Hall. TSA is about getting people used to being controlled.
Facts.
He's not wrong. Jack Brennan for 10. What's up, Scissor Sisters? Why is Star Wars Girl and Gravemaster off cam? Are their periods synchronized or something? God bless. Yes, that's it. You guessed it. Thank you, Jack. Russell Hall. Snatch Out at Gate D would be a great Braun title. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my God, another pink boy from Pope. Zombie Stomp. Should I play the song? I will. Hey CM, love your show and your channel. Hail to you, little ducky or cat.
I like your icon. It's cute.
It is cute. Thank you, Pope Zombie. Wow, you're the best. And from David Gannon for 10, they made you change, and the chance and the change was worse, like Fight Club, where MPAA made them change. I want to have your abortion, and they changed it to I haven't been effed like that since grade school. Whoa.
Oh.
I don't remember this reference.
Yeah, me either.
But thank you, David. Okay, now let's play this video. Have you guys seen this yet?
Yeah, I saw the first one, but I didn't see the reaction.
This is not the response. I think this is her original.
I haven't seen the. I think
I'll tell you the second you play it.
Story time on politics during my last relationship. So let me set the scene for you. I was dating this guy. We've been dating for 5 months. And in those 5 months, I was told by my friends, Zoe, he lives in Indiana. He's a fucking Republican. I was like, politics don't matter to me. What was I wrong? And so I was like, it's fine. I don't care. I'm going to get to know him first. We'll decide later.
Who does she remind me of?
Then,
Lily Gaddis.
We kind of start talking
Politics,
about I'm a very liberal
embrace
woman,
it.
so I am obviously like very much everyone knows that I'm a liberal woman. My brother's gay, all my friends are gay, also like abortion rights, female rights. But anyways, so I would like always ask him, I'd be like, what's your politics? Like where do you lean? And he was just like, well, like socially, I'm a liberal, but economically, I'm a Republican. Fuck that. Okay. Also, he was a 28-year-old man. That's the first red flag, because if there's a 28-year-old man and he's single, there's a fucking reason that he's single. But anyways, so
what
are you talking
Unfortunately,
about?
like for men, that's not a very old age to still be single.
No, it's not.
But I mean, you could say the same thing about her. Like you're single now. How old are you?
Like, date those men? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, do we know how old this woman is?
It's just already so condescending. Like she thinks, I just can't. You can tell she thinks she's better than everyone.
Well, it's one of those things that's like I can't like take anything she says seriously because I just am staring at that shit behind her. Close your door.
Yeah, like she's living in a dump and she's giving people advice.
And I'm like, it's hard to hear what she's talking about because I'm like, wow, she's really pretty. Like, I like her hair. I like her glasses. Like, what is she saying? And I'm like, she doesn't need to be doing this. She could just be doing pretty girl stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. She ruined herself the moment she opened her mouth.
Yeah.
Ryan would be so proud, Xray.
I'm like, well, like, what makes you, you know, economically Republican? Because, like, I could give you a whole bunch of fucking facts right now that prove that you shouldn't be. And he was like, all of his info is from his friends. And I was like, you get all your information from your fucking redneck friends. Obviously, you can't trust them.
She's like, let me give you some facts from CNN, MSNBC.
Right.
It's like her fucking facts are like from bullshit. Like,
So wait, he should not listen to his friends, but listen to this girl that she's dating. Okay.
Yeah, no, she's obviously an expert.
Note that it is okay for her to listen to her friends. It is not okay for him to listen to his friends.
Because they don't have the right politics according to her.
Exactly.
And it's this liberal mentality of, you know, don't talk amongst yourselves. Let us tell you what to think. We'll tell you what's important. Don't listen to Trump's speech yourself. Don't talk to your friends about it. Like, don't corroborate. Just, you know, just accept our pre-digested summation of everything. This girl, she goes on.
You need to do the research yourself. And if you do the research, I told him, I was like, I'll support you.
Oh, you gotta do the research yourself. Come on. Everyone's research is a combination of reading.
It's based on someone else's research.
Well, that's the thing too. That's why I'm saying, like, her research, when she's like, do the research, that means go listen to CNN, because people like her, they don't go and do the research to look outside their own bubble and their own box to see what is actually happening. They just go in their own echo chamber and they regurgitate the shit that they're constantly fed.
This girl is not watching CNN. She is probably watching a Lily Singh or who's the other, Chelsea Handler comedy stand-up act, regurgitating stuff that CNN has spewed. So she's
so she's getting hand-me-down regurgitation,
or she's going to like
what a cute sneeze.
It was like poetry slam or whatever. Like, that's where she's getting her like research.
New York Times. There's this thing called confirmation bias, and I guarantee you she has it.
1000%.
Definitely.
Are any of us pouring over like all of the JFK documents ourselves? You know what I mean? Like most of us.
Bro, I tried, but there's 80,000 pages.
Who's got the time?
A light beach read.
I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't care about the JFK stuff.
I care. I care. Want someone to summarize it for me.
I'll care when like the movie out.
The Netflix documentary, yeah. When JFK
the movie's not Netflix, like the movie where it's like Matt Damon.
The movie's actually pretty good. The original one. It's based on a lot of interesting things.
Okay, she goes on.
Based on your decision, if you actually research it yourself, like I won't care if you're a Republican.
It sounds like you will care, though.
You sound like you really care when he's talking about his Republican economic.
This whole, you're rolling your eyes. This whole thing is you caring, not like
he's
telling he's wrong.
So stupid. Like, have you noticed whenever she's like trying to mimic him, she makes him sound like a stupid woman. Like not a dumb guy. She's not trying to, like she's not doing that. She's socially I'm a liberal. Like she's making him sound like a dumb woman.
Yes. Yeah.
She's projecting.
She is projecting. And she's doing that because she can't explain why that's a bad take.
No, she has no real convictions, none.
And drop those facts, please.
Please drop it. Yes, please tell us the facts on why we all should be economically liberal.
Zoe, I have much better things to do than research politics. Like, I have way more important things to do. Okay, saying that to me is absolutely fucking insane, but go off, King. I also just didn't care at that point. And so I kind of put it on the back burner. I was like, I can't fucking take this right now. Well, then we get into a little spat a couple days before election day, and we almost broke up. And so I was like, nah, it's fine.
I can't believe this dude dated this girl for that long.
That's
like,
why he's in Indiana.
I just listened to her for how long has it been? A minute and 49 seconds, and I want to.
Felt like centuries.
Like
It's because she is
insane.
beautiful. Like I think men will put up with like quite a bit. It just goes to show you how insufferable she is, and he's kind of like, all right.
A lot of women are like this. I think most white women tend to lean a little liberal. So unless you go purposely seeking someone who's conservative, you're gonna have to put up with this. And I think men just get kind of used to it. Not to mention all the other modern dating dynamics that go on. So it's kind of like, it's a little give and take type situation.
There's so much brainwashing going on. There's so many women that are just a product of propaganda. And unfortunately, like, we can sometimes like unconsciously surround ourselves with people who agree with everything. That's why I love doing this show. I love getting in people who have different opinions on things than me, because you need to constantly, just the act of explaining why you think a certain way helps keep you kind of fresh and current in your convictions. And I just don't think this woman is looking to be friends with anybody outside of what she already believes. She goes on.
Well, then election day rolls around, and actually, before this, he was not registered to vote. He had never voted before, and he told me that he wanted to vote in this election. And I was like, okay, cool, do the research, but that's a whole other thing. And so,
wait, so he's 28 and not registered to vote?
That's true of a lot of males.
He's never voted before.
That's a ton of males, especially when it was, because technically his first election would have been Hillary and Trump.
Right.
And so the issue with that is he's probably got either a really liberal sister or mom or like a liberal woman in his life. And so he probably didn't, if you're that young, like if you listen to some of these guys who are this young, who are in their 20s, they were like, I didn't want to hurt my mom or I didn't want to hurt my sisters.
Yes.
But like
I
also
know people who have done exactly that. Like that somehow they're doing their gay family member a service by not participating, not doing their civic duty.
Yeah, they're like, I would have voted, I would have voted Trump, or I would have voted the other, like, not Democrat, and I didn't want to hurt my family like that, so I just abstained.
But what about the reverse? What about are we telling the gay family members not to vote because their vote would hurt their straight family members? Or like, let's say they have like firefighters or cops in the family. Are we going to ask the gay, family member, well, don't vote for Kamala because then that's a vote against my interests? It never goes the other way.
It never does, because that has economic backing and that has historical backing, and they just want emotion. They just want to.
But they're not a
good.
minority, though. They're not a minority, guys.
Right? They're not a victim group.
Exactly. Yeah, cops. They're not a victim group.
The voter registration deadline was approaching. I could tell he was going to vote against me. Let's just say it like that.
Against
and
me.
so I was like, he is not going to make an educated decision on who he votes for. So guess what? I'm not going to remind him of this voter registration deadline. So then it passed. He didn't register to vote. So there we go. It was saved. He wasn't going to vote. I wouldn't have to deal with it then. But then we got into that little spat, and I was like, let me try one more time. Let me see if he's learned anything from me. And I asked him point blank on election day, I'm like, so who would you have voted for if you would have voted in this election? He was like, I would have voted independent. And I was like,
oh my God.
Independent is that's not a person.
He didn't even say I would have voted Trump.
Right.
But she feels that her liberal party is her. The fact that she said that it was against her. And I don't think your identity is your politics.
Yes.
It's just making it.
She takes it personally.
But that's how it is nowadays.
She has a gay brother. So that's, yeah.
Yeah. Because
This
they don't
reminds me
have.
of Love is Blind.
Oh my God, that moment, I heard about that.
Oh, right. The clip of that woman leaving the guy at the altar because
of her politics.
Because
or
he
his
didn't care
politics.
enough about Black Lives Matter.
I didn't hear about
Oh
that.
my God.
Yeah, that
There's
was
a viral
filmed here in
clip
Minneapolis.
of this woman. It was from the show Love is Blind. She's finally at the altar. And she's like, yeah.
Oh, that's not real, though.
Really?
That
Oh, that's how
show.
it is
Are you
here,
kidding?
though.
Or she played it. I mean, to get maximum screen time.
Oh, 100%.
thing
Like
is, though,
everything
like-
on that is fake, though.
But that is very. I'm from Minneapolis, and that's where I live, and that's where the show was filmed this season. And like, even if it is exaggerated on the show, I cannot tell you how common that exact situation is here.
Wow.
Like, it's
Wow.
like the woman is super liberal, the guy is kind of like, he could go either way type of thing, and the minute that they figure out, oh, he might vote for Trump, or he's not exactly aligned with me on my exact politics, like, they dump him. And
Jeez.
it's very, very common here.
What a
So,
shame that is, because that's not the shit that actually matters.
it's insane. It's insane. And you know, and I think that goes to show too, like that whole clip that went viral, you know, because I watched the show. Obviously I was interested in it because it was filmed here, but you know, she literally, after she says no at the altar, she says, wow, you know, Ben, he was really like everything I wanted. He was like the perfect guy, but I didn't feel like we like aligned on our morals. And I'm like, so you're willing to throw away literally your quote unquote perfect match just because you don't agree on politics? Like, that's crazy. I don't think, like, all of my parents, like, you know, my parents are separated, so I have two sets. My husband's parents, like, they don't have the same politics. Like, that used to be common, and now it's like, oh, well, no, I'm going to throw away a potential, like, lifelong relationship just because we don't agree on politics. Like, that's crazy.
Is Black Lives Matter going to come up when you're talking about how to raise your kids, or where you want to live? I don't know. It's not as important as you think it is. Okay, let's see what else she says.
You know that how harmful and basically wasteful that is. And also, like, check your privilege by saying you're going to vote independently. I was like, wow, Zoe, I cannot believe that you think my vote would have been a waste. Shut the fuck up, because it is a waste. Look at fucking Philadelphia. All those independent voters could have put us over the edge and could have helped Kamala win. That's another story. And so I was like trying to tell him, I was like, listen, that's harmful. You have to make a decision, because the way that our voting works, like the two-party system, is a fucking joke. You have to pick a side. The independent party never has a chance.
But the only way they can have a chance is if more people vote independent.
I hate when she screams. It hurts me inside.
I feel like she's inspired by drag queens. Like,
she is. Yeah, this is like, oh god,
like it's a
hard to believe.
RuPaul Drag Race thing. Like, I only see other like drag queens going like, "Oh, go off, honey," you know. Oy.
So you have to pick a side. And we got into a huge argument about it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. This is my last straw. Again, I'm a very liberal woman. I have to date someone that is on the same page as me, because I can't disagree with someone on something that is so important to me for the rest of my life. I fully respect Republicans. I understand
No, you
why
don't.
want to vote that way, but
No,
like, I don't
because they're your
know,
enemy. Okay, you literally said that. If you're against me, it's like you're my enemy.
I don't want to marry you. I don't want to date you, bitch. Like, here's the thing: you don't want to date liberal men because they're
Not
spineless,
manly.
weak,
They're gay.
creepy weirdos. Like, and turns out the ones who you think are like, all of these ones have been like hoisting up. The Harry Sisson crap. Turns out, oh, guess what? They're just dudes too. Like, it is always about getting laid for the guy. Always. But they don't want a liberal dude because they're weak pieces
They're not
of crap.
masculine.
Exactly. But they won't do what is good for them, because at the very beginning of this goes all the way back to forever ago, 3 minutes and 43 seconds, when she was like, my friends, you know, they told me he's a Republican, and she will not do what is good for her because she doesn't want to be alienated from her friend group. Like, she refuses. He was probably the best. Like, I'll let the video finish and then I'll save that comment, because it'll make more sense after you hear what she says at the end.
I don't want to date you. So we ended it. And no regrets. I've been single ever since. It was awesome. It's been awesome.
That sounds like
She's
such
lying.
a cope.
Yes.
It's been awesome. I'm crying late at night into an ice cream, but it's been awesome.
The inflections in her voice, I guarantee you, she was never better taken care of. She was never more I bet he was respectful. He was caring. He was all of these like traditional gentleman like things that he probably opened her car door. He probably sent her flowers.
He probably
checked on her.
paid.
paid for everything. Like he was masculine. He had these morals. He had these things that she was attracted to, but she refuses to be with him because she doesn't want to be alienated from her friend group, because women are very like, I mean,
I don't know, Lady Gravemaster. You seem to be like assuming a lot about this guy. First of all, he did agree to date her, which already
for a period of time.
Have
For
you
sounds
seen-
like months. Yeah,
like
she's
that means she's nuts. That means that guy's nuts. The fact that he could put up with her more than 15 minutes. Look at her house. She's a mess. The fact that he agreed to date her at all. That
looks
means
like she comes from money,
thought that
though.
she was a fixer upper, and he was like, "Oh, I can fix this girl. Don't worry." No. Those guys, I gotta worry about those guys.
And
too.
I think she comes from money because those are typically the women that can afford to be liberal, because they're not out there
100%.
really seeing the results of their beliefs.
Yeah.
Also, he told her that he was socially liberal, which means that he believes in a lot of stuff that she believes in also, like probably LGBTQ rights and all of those
I
things
think that meant more he
you're
won't
talking
wait till
about.
marriage. If I had to bet, what he means by socially liberal is he will take a romp in the sack before marriage, because that's a socially liberal approach.
He probably
That's
also
what
feels
it could
like
mean
gays
anything.
can get married. That's a typical socially liberal stance.
I mean, I think the overarching point, though, that you're making is correct. I just did a video about liberal horror dating stories, and each single case that I reacted to, the woman wanted the man to lead, as we tend to do. It's literally our biology. It's perfectly normal. But it's like they want to deny that part of themselves because they've been conditioned to believe that, well, we don't need a man and we can do it ourselves and we should value our morals and everything. And they're just, it is just a generational thing. Like this, it's sad, we're going to see a lot of very lonely women in a couple years here.
Oh, already though.
It's
just realistically.
You're right though. Like, women absolutely value the validation of other women a lot of the times over men at this point in our society. And I think that tracks. Like, I think she cares way more about what her friends think than if she, is really in love with a guy or not. So
yeah.
That's really sad. And I think that especially when we see like the liberal women versus red pill, it's just that huge divide when people just want to have love and they don't realize how easy it can be to get love, push people away because of superficial things like this.
It's definitely like to the point about you're not kind of choosing what's good for you. I was an idiot liberal before I met Frank, and
wasn't.
And not to say that I just am glomming onto all his beliefs just to get along. That's not the case at all. We wouldn't have lasted 10 years if that were the case. But there is something about dating somebody who challenges you and forces you to think. Like, you have to explain yourself. You have to be like, why do I feel this way? Like, one of the early, not even fights, but arguments Frank and I had, it was like, I think it was 2016. And I was like, okay, if he was voting independent or maybe libertarian, I forget. But I was like, okay, if you had to vote for Hillary or Trump, what would it be? And he said Trump. And I like harumphed and turned over in bed and was like, like I actually got upset at that. And looking back, it's so embarrassing. But he actually like picked my brain and we talked about these things and together found out like where my values truly lie and how things have changed over time. And like, you just grow up. And if you're not with somebody who's challenging you in that way, you're kind of doomed to not grow and stagnate. And you're just not going to find quality guys believing that.
That's so true. My husband's the same way. He challenges me all the time.
Yeah. And I don't even think it's like necessarily like the word challenge, but just trying to understand why you think that way. Yep. And that I think unfolds a lot about how people think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I credit my husband to like a lot of my beliefs, but he was also patient with me. Like, because, you know, I mean, he's showing me like Alex Jones and stuff right out the gate. So, I was like, okay, all right, hold on. Like, this is a little extreme, but, I asked him every question, and look at me now. I love Alex Jones, you know. So as long as they're like patient and willing, you know, it's a test to his beliefs too, though, because I'm asking him questions like, well, why do you like? What makes you? What are the motivations here? Why would you believe this? And it's like, so it challenges him, but it also challenges me too. And yeah, I mean, I literally, I'd be such a lost soul without him. I don't know what I would believe politically, honestly.
Yeah, it's true, because I think Frank was the first one to introduce me to Crowder, and like once you're kind of listening to him, and that was years ago, Crowder, when he was like still I think doing YouTube. But you know, once you listen to one of them, your mind opens up, and then you listen to, like, you know, then the circle just expands, and before you know it, you know, we're listening to all the people that we listen to.
Right.
I've always been heartless. I've always been a conservative, but that's
heartless.
My dad. Well, I forget which. I think it was Reagan who said, if you were never, if you were never a liberal, it means that you never really had compassion. But if you don't turn into a conservative, it means you have no common sense or whatever,
or no brain or something.
Yeah, whatever the quote is. But
no heart or no brain. Yeah, if you're a liberal, if you're not a liberal when you're young, you have no heart, and if you're not a conservative after, I don't know,
right,
30, 35, you have no brain or something.
No brain, yeah. But I grew up in a very blue collar. I grew up poor, and I grew up in a blue collar family. But I watched like my cousins and my uncle and my grandpa, and like my grandpa had to rebuild his life several times over, and they always just kept working. And even when it was rough, they would just push through, and they never made excuses. They never tried to like run away, and they always I learned a lot of really good lessons from them. So it was really confusing to me when I thought very differently than my peers when I was 18 and 19 in my first year at a liberal arts college, which is why I left and joined the Marine Corps, because it was not a good place for me. I was ostracized pretty quickly.
Wow.
But that's okay.
I think we have a couple of relevant videos to this topic. Do we want to play the one Nina put in the chat, or the one Fealty put in the chat?
That's the same one. He just got the like the original video. I only remembered that because a friend of mine told me about that story like literally yesterday, and you guys were talking about leaving someone at the altar, and I was like,
oh yes,
oh my god, I just remembered that, and I was like, oh my god. I put the headline for you in the New York Post article as well.
Okay, let me play this one. Okay, so
I'm scared.
You should be. The unfiltered side. On 2 occasions, I've been told this story. I was not at this wedding, but on 2 occasions, I've been told this, both by makeup artists. We'll call her Jenny. Jenny says to me, I did a wedding the other day, and guess what happened? She said the bride needs to go to the toilet just before the ceremony. This is like pre-ceremony. And she walked into the toilet, and what she saw is enough to end a wedding.
What?
What do you think she saw?
Was he with someone else?
No, worse.
Having a wank?
Having a wank?
Worse. Getting wanked?
Worse.
I don't
Getting
know.
blown by a tranny. Sexual. But he was in there. The groom was in there.
Doing drugs?
No.
Gay.
He was being breastfed by his mum.
No.
Oh my god, ew.
Okay,
sorry, what?
That
Why
is
would you marry a man that's getting beat?
And he
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Okay. So
that's
good. You should be.
Why is his mom still like breastfeeding and all? Oh my god, that's disgusting.
So there are mothers who like I'm sure you've seen it, Xray, where they're like, he's mine first, like you might marry him, but those like his babies are more mine than yours, like you'll never take him from me. Like these women are unfucking hinged.
Yeah, but this is another level.
This is
and
how do you still have a
dudes-
supply? With a
I
20,
think it's just
30-year-old
simulated.
son.
I think it's just simulated, but
Oh
I think
my
the dudes,
God.
like the dudes have a fetish, and then they.
But that's
they
your
do
mom's boob. Though.
No, do that
Gross.
with your wife, I guess, then, if that's really your thing.
They do that with their wives later on as well. But
God,
gross, Nina. Oh no.
Yeah, I would not. No.
See, this is what my friends send me. They're like, "You want to hear about this girl?"
That's so
like,
effed
what?
up.
Ugh.
Fucked up.
All
I
right,
have
maybe we'll
no
start
words.
weaning the baby off the boob soon. No.
You're like, we're done.
I'm
Okay,
gonna wait until his
that's
wedding
years.
day to bring
That
it
is
in.
that's the other thing too. I guarantee you, like one of them, either the groom or the mom, was just like, it's natural. It's perfectly natural. Like, no, he's an adult. Stop. That's
Well,
Ain't
it's the
nothing natural
craziest
about
thing.
that.
Lady Gravemaster is when they do, because there's like these crazy moms that they still breastfeed up to like when the kid's like 8, 9 years old. I mean, that's fucked up. Like I don't think that should be happening.
Oh my god! Wow!
That's
All right,
insane.
I'm disgusted.
I apologize. I apologize.
I was not expecting that.
No, I thought it had
Sorry,
to do
not
something
sorry.
with the politics.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any. Katie Did's channel. Thanks for the 5. Hey, ladies, and hello, Anna. Thank you, Chrissy, for promoting Cash Grab last week. Loved the interview and the new setup. By the way, hello to the pretty Nina.
Hi. Hey, Katie Did.
Yeah, we had Cecil in studio. That was great.
I saw that. That was really cool. And he fit in your chair. That's
He fit in the
lovely.
chair. Russell Halford too. Firstly, no one is that pretty. Also, she is a 6 to 7. I don't know. You must have high standards, Russell.
Right? Like,
John Edgar. Hello, Chrissy. Sorry I'm late. Just got home. Happy to see the loveliest ladies on the whole internet on this week's SimpCast. I know. Simp. Thank you, John. Russell Halford, too. Odds that discount Amber Heard is a Swiftie. Jeremy Parker's for 5. Who cares about the crazy CNN jocker in the dirty room? More attention needs to be paid to how gorgeous Ms. Cherry is and her tent building skills.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a compliment. That means you're giving him an erection.
Your eyes are
wow.
so pretty. I love your eyes.
Thank you.
Hungry
Sweet of you.
eyes. Russell Hall for 5. Actually, I take back the discount Amber Heard comment. Amber Heard must have mind-blowing bedroom technique. That chick is too lazy to even do keg gels. That liberal blonde isn't that darn hot. Wow, some of you guys really not liking this girl. Cyberhunk returns. Liberal women secretly want conservative. Yeah, they absolutely do. They want a conservative man, but like in a liberal package, which doesn't exist. Russell Hall. Do we know her name? It is Karen. No, it's Zoe. Fun with collecting. Is this a trailer for the Shield season 2? Oh boy. Demogenite. What's up, Demogenite?
Hey.
For 5. Dude dodged all those bullets like Agent Smith. Anyway, how are you beautiful ladies doing? Hope all is well. Oh my god.
Good to see you. Hey, Chrissy, are we gonna watch the her response? Because I'm actually curious what she had to say next.
Before that, I'm sorry. I've been up since like 6 a.m. streaming since 10 a.m. So I might take my exit here if that's okay.
Xray has to go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, I know you had such a day. Tell the fine people where they can follow you and what's coming up.
Xray Girl everywhere, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. And tomorrow probably playing a game at some point, Zoocosis and Nerdrotic Nooner. So find me there.
Hostess. Ooh. Have you ever played Xray Girl? It's a game called like 60 Seconds and you're like in a bomb shelter and you have to collect items quickly before the timer goes off.
I've never heard of it.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Playing it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll have to link up about that. I love that you game now.
I try. I do like an Among Us stream.
Yeah. Oh, I love Among Us. Haven't played it in a few years, but one of my favorite games.
Okay, I haven't either. That's fun.
Yeah. But thank you, Chrissy. It was nice to meet you guys. Nice meeting you, Cherry. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Let me make sure Dream's lunatic. She's going to be single for a long time. Russell Hall. Liberal is a way to avoid an argument.
For real.
True.
Yes.
Girls are leftist crazy. Guys are sucking on mommy boobs. The girls are picking those dudes. I am choosing single life forever.
I can understand that.
Stewie felt Chrissy wants to be just friends with her kid now. Oh.
Oh no.
Russell Hall for 5. Say that you were dating Henry Cavill's doppelganger, who was also a billionaire, but you walk in on him breastfeeding. Do you run or try to fix him? No. Well, God, that sucks if you find that out on your wedding day. Like, how could
heartbreaking.
If you find that out on your wedding day, like you haven't been paying attention.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like a pretty big
There has to be
miss.
signs. Yeah.
There has to be. Okay, so we played that clip. Was there another relevant video to this? Oh yes, her response.
Yeah, I want to hear
I'd
her
like
response.
to see their response too.
And her name is Zoe, right? So it's got to be trending on Twitter still. I'm going to look up Zoe respond.
Fealty's saying he hasn't found it yet.
Fealty?
Letting us down, Fealty.
Fealty does a great job. Zoe responds. Clearly, that's not it at all. I'm not even spelling things right anymore. Okay. Well, we'll look for that. Fealty's looking for that. Fealty is my Jamie. Okay. You know what I can definitely play in the meantime is this is the moment where Adam Carolla admits that he, I guess, cheated on an ex. Oh boy.
Ooh.
I know. Here we go. Sorry to make this about me again. Okay.
You're not sorry.
They ended up taking a picture of me. They're like,
saying I got a ticket. Let me go. I got a ticket last time I was in LA.
They can renegotiate terms, but any.
I'm looking for a video.
Why did they sell it at the top? Did they talk about selling it in the first place to the UAE, or where would that article? Somebody be ready with that article.
He gets pissed when like the producers don't have the whatever article that they're talking about, and I'm on my phone like furiously looking for like this video of this hot retarded girl at the gym. So I wasn't just some comments were like, how is she on her phone? This is so disrespectful. I'm like furiously trying to look for videos to help. Okay, then I think we get
especially if we talk about off the air.
Yeah, this is actually just a picture of the article, so we'll find the whole thing.
All right.
When I was in LA last,
why are we getting into this before we get on the air?
And then I bring this up to kind of like give the producer some time to find like what he like. I did this to kind of be like, all right, let's change the topic.
You're like vamping.
Yeah, I'm vamping. I'm sucking up some air.
We're gonna find that stuff. All right, we can find that.
Yeah, you better be careful. You're gonna get Khashoggi.
Last time I was in LA, I got a traffic ticket for. They ended up taking a picture of me. They're like, we know you ran a red light. They send you the picture that they take of you in your car. And I had my friend, my opener, Keanu, next to me. And what was funny is that they actually put a circle around the passenger's face. I was like, why did they do this?
They blanked it out.
They blanked it out. And I'm
in
like,
case somebody's cheating on their wife and they got their other lady in the car.
This was so incredible to me because I was like, wow, they actually want to protect the privacy. They're like, here's this ticket that I think I had to pay like $500 or $700. It was insane. And
I'm fast thinking that.
I got busted.
Yeah.
I got busted cheating that way.
Ah!
I did. Because well, no.
That's crazy.
The picture, it looked like nobody was there.
Oh.
And my wife was like, oh, you're just driving alone. And I was like, no, I was going to blowjob. And I realized I shouldn't have said anything.
Why would he
Because in
say
the
that?
picture, it looked like nobody was there. And I should have shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I should have just went, yeah, I'm driving alone.
Why
You know what I mean?
But you thought, you're like, let me tell her before.
I was trying to blurted. I just blurted.
He just said it. It's not even like he saw the ticket or saw the photo. It just seems like he volunteered that information.
Oh my god, he's self-told.
Oh. Yeah, I was in the moment. I was shocked.
Wildly
I was like,
awkward.
he joking somehow, but no.
Yeah, like
this is not
it
a
felt
joke.
like a jokey joke for a second, and then it was like, no, wait, that's real information.
Oh my god.
Blurred it out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was dumb. I know. When
Oh
you
my
look back on it,
You should have waited to see.
you should just not said anything.
I feel your pain, dude.
Because all it was a picture of me
Wow.
driving alone. You couldn't see her.
Wow. Oh my god.
You know?
Yeah, you could have been safe.
Wow.
I had to open my mouth. She had to open her mouth.
Wow.
You know?
Were you actually driving and the person was able to like get it done?
Yeah,
That's commendable.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have said anything because in the picture, just like I was alone. You know what I
Why is
mean?
there a random person?
Like I could have went. Like I was just going to the gym. Alone.
Like, look how happy Adam is driving to the gym. Wow. He's really happy in his car.
Why is your t-shirt in your mouth?
Why can't I see your belly?
All right, wherever that article is, somebody got it? Or you have it? All right, get rid of the screen.
Oh, that was fun. Oh my gosh. Wow. You know what? Maybe it kind of sounds like he's at a place where he maybe doesn't care. And
yeah,
he wasn't like, oh no, what have I done? What have I said?
Yeah.
No, he was very blasé about it.
Definitely.
Well, she obviously already knows, so I mean,
yeah, it's not like it's the first time revealing it on the pod.
It is awkward though.
Yeah, like I don't know. Cheating always really confused me. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why you would. Like, if you have another human being who you're committed to, like, just why? Why? You won. Congratulations! Like you
won.
You won. You are there. It's you've beat the game. This.
Yeah, I think it depends. Like you could have deep-seated issues, you could have trust issues, you could be self-sabotaging, you could be going through something. You know, like something in your life happens and one person pulls away for a reason or another. If you don't address it, and it's like, well, you feel all this distance, and people there's so many reasons really, and people could be like out and drunk one night. It's like, and then it depends, like, what stage of your relationship are you in? Is it the beginning where you're like, well, are we really a thing yet? I don't know. It's
usually people who cheat are not getting what they want from their relationship. That's why they're looking for it elsewhere.
I mean,
That's
it's never
interesting.
right, but you know, like
it's. Sorry, go ahead, Xray.
No, go. I mean, it's never right, but like, you know, it's never as simple as like, oh, I just cheated. You know, it's like there's always something deeper going on. But I will say, being on the other end, being cheated on is like, you know, it can be very traumatic, honestly. So
yeah, I imagine it would devastate me for sure. But like, I don't know. I guess it just always really blew my mind because why, like,
because you're a nice person, because you're a good person.
Yeah, this was his wife, so that's like, ugh. It's not like they were just dating or something. Curl and his ex-wife had bad falling out for years before they got divorced. Ugh.
Yikes.
That's awful.
And plus, you're Adam Carolla. It'd be very easy for you to get a random car blowjob.
That, you know what? I suppose that's a fair point. I don't know. I've never really, I guess, like Teresa, I've never really heard like a good reason. And like some of the girls that I don't talk to anymore, we met in college, like one of them cheated because she was bored. He was like, he was perfect. He paid for everything. He opened the doors. He was protected.
So that means she didn't respect him. Like that means she thought, oh, well, he's too nice. He's not going to go anywhere. Like if you don't have that respect, the respect translates to like, I am afraid of losing this relationship. Like I am afraid to not be on good behavior or something.
Yeah. See that? I guess maybe, but yeah, she was just like, he was just boring. He was just boring. Like,
so that means, he wasn't doing it for her. Like even if
then break
everything
up.
looks right on paper, people don't do that. It's easier for you to act in such a way that makes the other person break up with you. Like if you're a person who avoids conflict, you know, it's harder to have that conversation, and you think you're being nice by like, oh, let me just act poorly, and they'll just do it. That way it's their idea.
Well, cheating, I mean, it's definitely cowardice. Like, let's just be honest. It is like you're too much of a coward to just break off the relationship. You're obviously not happy, or you're trying to, you know, have your cake and eat it too. But I think it's usually cowardice. And, you know, there's a lot of cowards in the world. So
it could just be like you were feeling not great about yourself. And like, you know, it's like sometimes there's not a lot of thought behind it. It's just like, yeah, it was a weak moment, drunk, not drunk, or someone was away. I don't know. There's all sorts of reasons.
I guess, but I mean, we've been through like 3 deployments, 4 detachments,
wow,
fucking deaths in the family, cancer, heart attacks, homelessness, and we never cheated. So like, I guess I just don't get it.
Well, no one's gonna bang a homeless dude, so you're safe there.
No, not that kind of homeless.
I think because it sounds like you guys have been talking through everything. Like when you're really in sync with your partner, it's like you talk through those hard experiences, and then if the communication takes a dip, those hard, life circumstances can be the thing that can bring upon like a cheating event. So,
all sorts of things.
Yeah,
I suppose
my last relationship, we were together. It was very tumultuous. We were together for 7 years, and we got together when we were like 18. We met in college, and we ended up. It was terrible. There was drugs involved. There's a lot of things that went bad, but he ended up cheating on me. And looking back on it, like, yeah, it was very traumatic, amongst other things within the relationship that were traumatic as well. But I to some extent, like, I get it. Like, we were different people by the end of that relationship. Going from 18 to like 25, you're a different person. And so there's things like that happen, and people change. It doesn't make it right though. It doesn't make cheating right. Like, it's not like there's ever a justifiable excuse, but I get it looking back on it. But
Symbolic Mind says, lady is talking about marriage, not cheating while dating. Which I guess are 2 separate things. Frank, what's up, Wolfie? Y'all overthink this. For many, it's just something new and different. Yeah, right. Like the men in particular are like novelty seekers. It's just kind of biology to a certain extent. So if you haven't mastered that part of yourself, like if you have a moment where you lose control and everything lines up, your penis will be in charge.
I guess there's that.
Chrissy, I was gonna ask you. You were in LA recently, right?
Oh yes. I guess it was like a couple weeks ago.
Did you see one of those weird robot delivery things?
Yes, it was so cute. It just had like a little flag on the back of it, and it was like beep beep. And I was like, those could never fly in New York. People would knock them over, and people would loot them.
Well, apparently they do that in LA as well. I was just told about this the other day, and then I was like, what are you guys talking about? Because I didn't even know these things existed. And then I found this video where like this guy is like talking to this robot, and I'm like, this is why the robots will one day take over and just kill us all. because of people like this. Do you want?
Yes, send it to me. Russell Hall had some comments on Adam Carolla. I don't understand. Thank you for the 5, Russell. I don't understand how you would let it slip that you were getting a Hummer without immediately pretending it was a joke. He's a comedian. Massive fail. I think it sounds like at that point he was done anyway, and he wasn't like trying to salvage the relationship. Stewie felt for 5. He should have just said it was Jimmy Kimmel giving the BJ. His wife would understand.
That's funny.
That is true. Russell Hall for 5 assumed that your partner really liked rough NL sax. Would you rather he get it from someone else from time to time and not bring that into the bedroom? Okay, this is a lot to unpack because
that's a personal question.
If you're
especially for $5, Russell, like
this is not a $5 question. But I think if your partner has a kink that's like requires, I don't know. I think my feelings on this have really changed as I've gotten older. I think if you're like a young person who's into like kinks, it's like, okay, you're just exploring yourself. But like if you're older and you're really into kinks, it's like you probably like lack Jesus, you probably like
you grow up a little bit.
You just don't have time to be doing that stuff. It's like you got to pay your bills, take care of kids, communicating with your partner. If you have time to have like a big time consuming kink, it's like your priorities are probably not where they should be.
Period.
I know that makes me sound like I don't know, like an old fart, but
no, that makes you sound reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. If you're just like, oh, I need to get pounded in the rear, it's like you're probably not changing the batteries out of the smoke alarm. You know, you're probably not taking your car in for the mileage checkup. You know,
But here's the thing, though. If you're talking about like you're assuming that your partner really like that, but usually that comes up a lot earlier in the relationship.
Yes.
So then if you're
100%.
not down with that yourself,
right,
then you break up because you're like, okay, we're not compatible.
You hid this ass fetish from me this whole time.
Yeah.
What's that about? There's no trust.
My husband, when I was in the Marine Corps, the average ratio of male to female is like 88 to 1. So lots of guy talk, lots of locker room talk. And what a consensus was met one time when we were talking in the shop, and it was basically a guy will be as freaky as the girl allows him to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will just like shove all the other stuff away because they just want the guaranteed thing, and they will go as far as their girl lets them, because this was like 10 years ago now, but it was they were watching like a Facebook thing or whatever, and this girl was just like, I'm freakier than any guy that I have ever met. And then it sparked this wild massive debate about if men or women were freakier. And then it was just like the literal consensus was all guys are way freakier than all women, but they will stop their freak at where the girl stops them from going. So
I also think it depends on who has a bigger porn brain, because usually when you watch a lot of porn,
right,
you have a very unrealistic expectation of what you're,
that makes
what you
sense.
can achieve.
It's
So-
true.
Totally.
At least 10 years ago, guys were less beta and gay.
This is true.
I don't know. I don't want to say like I guess I do. I am going to say this. Like, I don't have time for a kink. Like, I don't have time to buy a bunch of equipment. I don't have time to buy like a table, like for a special furniture to go along. And where are we gonna put it when we're not using it? It's like, is it gonna double as like a foldable table for holidays? Is it gonna double as like, I don't know, anything else? No, it's like you gotta have a room for that. Who's got room for a room?
That's an old Seinfeld joke when he was like doing the swinging thing, and he's like, I gotta get swinging friends. I gotta like, that's a whole thing. Like, you can't do that. Like, I just, it's not just,
it is. They call it lifestyle, and it's like, all right,
It's a
that works when you
lifestyle.
don't have kids. You can have a room full of degenerate stuff. It's just like, I don't know.
It doesn't feel right.
I didn't have it even before children, though, because
no,
why would you?
Even if it's like I had if you'd have to have like nothing going on. That's why I feel like people that are so into their kinks, like they're just too much of like it's probably a bad reference or metaphor, but they're too much of navel gazers. Like, if you have time to just like, oh, my kink is like my whole personality, it's like I don't know, you're not getting your shit done. You need better goals.
I agree, but
I don't disagree with anything that you just said.
I'm not kink shaming, but it's like, come on, it's like, grow the fuck up.
Exactly.
Like,
It gets to a point where it's like,
bringing
grow up.
back. Yeah, but I'm also for bringing back kink shaming.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, it's getting way too much. Like,
Yeah,
can
some
we
of your
stop
guys'
with the
kinks
furry
are-
shit and like, all
like
the fucking
a
crazy
little
crap
something
going on?
is fine, but it's like, when it gets to be too much. Like, I used to date a guy, and he like really wanted me to, like, I won't go into detail, but he really liked it, like, if I would like be his mom, like pretend to be his mom and things that go along with that. It took me out of it mentally.
See,
I was
he
like,
knows
see,
you don't
now it's like, I'm not me. I could just be whoever doing this, saying these things, doing this thing. It's like, now I'm just like a vehicle for the kink, and it's not even about our specific connection. And it's
That's
like,
the breastfeeding guy, Chrissy. You dated him.
I did breastfeeding guy. Ugh. And there's so many other things wrong with it too. So it's just
Horrible.
like,
I mean, yeah, it's usually how it works.
this
But
again? Oh my God. Get a job.
Well, and like that's the thing too, where it, there are certain, I'm sure, like, you know, red pill, like whatever the fuck they call themselves now, but they'll be like, well, how is that different? Yes, well, it's like, how is that different than guys who collect dolls or, you know, like
dolls?
Well, and that's what toys or dolls or whatever, and the different, like the real difference is, at least, you know, the guys that I know, they pay their bills, they do their job, they work their asses off, and then when they have money left over from their job, money they've earned, then they go spend it on a collectible or on
right,
you know, some type of I don't know, there
like
was
fun money.
Yeah, they have fun, like they go spend it on things that they care about, that they, you know, store or collect or whatever the case might be. But that's wildly different than having your priorities so jacked up, something that is so time consuming that it's actually not like feasible for working adults to actively participate.
Yeah. So did you guys hear about, because speaking of the like weird kinks and manosphere, did you guys hear about the Andrew Tate lawsuit, like the new one, where his ex-girlfriend is like suing him for beating her during sex?
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry to be that person, but like the photo, I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys are all gonna hate me, but
not telling the truth.
I don't. I mean, no. Here's the thing. I would not be surprised at all if there was some questionable, rough things going on in that bedroom. But the stuff, like what she presented, I'm just like, girl, like it's just not enough. Like she has all these photos, and like I literally didn't know what I was looking at. Like I don't see any bruise. Like I don't know what I'm looking at. So I mean, and it's also like it is convenient to be saying all of that now, but I just think like there is a bigger conversation of like where's the line between consensual and not, you know.
Well, the interesting part to me is I think the bigger conversation is does she have a case? Because like it's consensual. You're in a relationship with someone who openly admits that they beat women. Like it's just kind of like a it's a really strange case to me. Like, and I don't want to sound like victim blaming because she clearly like went through some
you bought a pit bull knowing what pit bulls do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's kind of fucked up that, you know, she just here it is. I found it.
Oh,
Chrissy.
is it the one of the girl with blonde hair?
Bree Stern, yeah.
Bree Stern is her name.
Well, I mean, it's like the evidence
I just
that
put
she
it in the back.
posted.
Okay.
It's like, what am I looking at?
This
like,
just looks like
really
a girl who like
crying,
had some makeup and went out in the rain.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, some people are saying her like the little inflamedness is like basically like after Botox or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to judge based on that.
You are my property. My name is Bree Stern. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I met Andrew Tate in the summer of 24. That was like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
And we were in a relationship for almost a year. We met because he needed models. Well, if you're meeting Andrew Tate in 2024, you're stupid and you know what you're getting into. He needed models for his crypto coin and promised to help me save my crypto coin. That's already so stupid sounding. We spent as much time together as we could, but when we weren't physically together, we were in communication all day, every day. He was my best friend. I stood by his side unwavering. She spent so much time with him, she didn't have any time to wash or brush her hair. We made plans to live together, first in Romania and then in Miami once he traveled to America. He doesn't even look into this.
No, he's not into it.
He wanted to start a new life together. Once he arrived in the U.S., he wanted me to have his children. Ugh. And always told me we'd be together forever. Andrew told me he loved me every day. I was very much in love with him. Despite the fact that he has hurt me so badly, I still love him. Maybe that is Stockholm Syndrome. I don't know. I'm glad you texted me. I was having anxiety. Anxious little lady over here. You need to be hit. Why? I don't like it. What did I do? You deserve it. Why? And I've seen clips of Andrew talking about like he gets off on this. He
Yeah,
that's his
genuinely
fetish.
loves
That's his
the
thing.
idea of hitting women because it's like
that's what I was gonna say. Is like, I mean, I'm sorry, we need a little bit more context here. Like, these are very selective text messages.
yeah, yes, this could be part of their role playing for all we know. The last time I saw Andrew was on March 11.
This okay, and
like
I'm not
last week.
like I don't want to. So I think Andrew Tate is the scum of the earth.
Same.
Like, I think he's atrocious and doesn't deserve any sympathy from anybody. Period. I will say the whole Amber Heard situation. There is not enough there to. I'm not trying to be cruel. Maybe she thinks that her face is really fucked up from what it normally looks like, but that looks like she overslept and is still trying to like get the sleep out of her eyes is kind of all it looks like. I can't say that there's anything definitively there that would warrant like a beating. And if you were trying to get evidence of that, I don't understand why you would try to cover it up with makeup if that was the case. If she tries to say, well, the makeup is hiding some of it, it's like, okay, why would you put makeup on when you're literally trying to gather evidence of abuse? Like that, doesn't make any sense. It's completely counter to what you would need to do. But outside of all of that, you saw what he was accused of, what he went to prison for, what he is still being charged with. Like,
well, that's the thing, Lady Gravemaster, like her, if you keep reading, she says that she thought that all those things were an act, that was his, online persona, and that he would never do those things to her. But then he started doing those things to her, and that like basically shattered her world, because she was like, I thought that was an act, but that's not true. That's who he is. He actually beats women.
The last time I saw Andrew was March 11th, like 2 seconds ago, at the Beverly Hills Hotel. The last words he said to me before I left the hotel were, "Shut the fuck up, bitch. You will never backtalk me. You are my property." And here's a text of them going, "If you're mine, why wouldn't I be able to hit you? Okay. You scared me with what you said. Are you scared of me? Physical violence for me is a huge no. I don't even like when you hit me during sex." Okay, hold on. If physical violence was a huge no for you, the first time this happened, you'd be like, "I'm out. Bye."
I'm sorry. And like, again, this is a very selective, selection here.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear her out, but it's like you're making it hard,
That's the problem, is making it hard. Okay.
Well, this also, did you guys ever look into, do you guys know anything about the Army Hammer stuff?
Yeah. A lot.
Like,
I don't know.
So I do not have, like I said, this is a wildly different situation because, again, Tate is a piece of shit who is the scum of the earth. But it does, these text messages are very
they're selective.
Like they're very selective. Yes. They are very they're very reminiscent of when this so her name is Effie went after Army Hammer. It's even though it got found. So here is the thing that destroyed Army Hammer. They accused him of sexual misconduct,
cannibalism,
rape, and cannibalism. Come to find out, he was, and it's still weird, but he was sucking on the chick's toes and some dry skin came off. And he like ate it, which is disgusting as it is, but that's a far cry from cannibalism, because she was making it sound like, if you like listen to it, you're making it sound like he pulled out a knife and like filleted.
Are we talking a flake
flesh
here, or like
we're talking like a flake, like it like came off or whatever, and he just sort of, I guess, like ate it. But so it goes through. Do you know? So his net worth before this whole thing was $10 million. Do you know what his net worth is right now?
More.
$10.
$100,000. She got $9.9 million and split it with the ex-wife. All of his assets, his houses, his vehicle, everything. They took everything.
She hasn't gotten a pedicure since. She's keeping that skin.
Definitely not. Like, but the reason, do you know why she got? So they did the investigation. Turns out, all of it. So what they said was it was either misunderstood, miscommunicated, or slightly exaggerated. So she won't face any charges for wasting resources or filing a false report. And even though it was found to be completely false, which like fabricated, they wouldn't say the word fabricated, but it was false. He didn't.
No?
I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So he
Fact checked.
So when that was all said and done, he sent a message that said, so basically he apologized. He said, "I'm sorry if I scared you. But you didn't tell me to stop." They had a safe word. She didn't use it.
Cinnamon.
And he was like, he goes, "I'm sorry if I pushed too far. But you didn't use the safe word, so I thought we were okay." Da 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 da. And the lawyer said he is accepting responsibility. Therefore, the emotional and mental trauma that she suffered is warranted, so he has to pay her. And he talked about this all in an interview. Yes, he comes from a rich family, but his net worth, the stuff that he built, that was all him. He tried to kill himself.
His family basically disowned him, and one of his aunts basically went
Oh.
after him. To
Yes.
try and get,
They
like,
cut him. So his friends
him out.
abandoned him. His family cut him out, and all of the freaking like cannibalism rumors and stuff like that. There's Effie was on. She's deleted all of this since, but it was on like Instagram, where she was just like, "Oh yeah, she was like, we would talk and we would laugh about that, and we would send jokes back and forth. And so when we wanted to the cannibalism idea stuff or whatever, that was part of their role play fetish. And the wife knew about it and then pretended when this was all blowing up in court that she knew nothing about it, even though she was there. And then the messages between Effie and the ex-wife got found, and still he had to pay everything.
Woo!
What they did to this man is absolutely just, it's vile and criminal. The more, because at first, when I read that, I was like, holy shit, what happened? And then you start digging, and then you find all of this other stuff. And the thing is, these women love to brag about it. They're so stupid. They're never going to get caught. But they love to brag about the fact that they destroy these men. Andrew Tate destroyed himself. But that's what I'm saying.
You're right. The same thing. Gosh, what was the name of the woman who was with that MLB pitcher who ruined his life? Shoot.
I know you're talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking
We
about.
covered it, and same thing. Videoing her
The
smirking.
chick that was
while he
videoing.
slept.
Yeah.
And the way she spoke with her friends about it, just bragging, I'm going to take this guy for all he's worth. Even
Trevor Bauer.
Trevor Bauer, thank you. Even Ashley St. Clair to an extent, the way she, I guess, I don't know, I think Isabella Moody Riley talked about, I guess they were really good friends, and the way that Ashley would talk to Isabella about her plans to.
Her name was Lindsay Hill.
Lindsay Hill, thank you.
Yeah.
They always talk to their friends about their schemes, right? So,
if you've never been through the court system, you don't understand. It's built against you. It really
You're
is.
so right, Jerry. You're so right.
Especially when court of public opinion has already ruled against you. Evidence be damned. It's just who has the more salacious story. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so you think that this girl is completely effing it? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Case.
I think that he probably did do some warped, twisted shit. But I also think that and this is basically because I don't see anything in that video where she's claiming that there's all of these marks and all this evidence. I think she is exaggerating the level that she actually sustained.
Well, and it's kind of like the Ashley St. Clair thing too, where this woman, Bree Stern, she very well could believe everything she's saying wholeheartedly, because you know how women are. We're a little delusional, right? And we get very wrapped up in our feelings, and our feelings are our reality. And it's just I'm sorry, it's not enough, but to her, this could be very real.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is real. I think she was the words ring true. Like where the part where she says, "I really didn't think that. I thought that was his persona, and I didn't think that he was going to do that to me." I that kind of rings true to me. I think she's just young. She's dumb. She actually fell for his bullshit. Like, I mean, they still say that. Like, that's like his entire defense is that that's my persona. Like, that is my. Like, he said that to Candace Owens. He said that to Pierce Morgan. He said that to like every podcast he goes on. He's like, that's my persona. I don't do the porn thing anymore. I never treat women badly. Like, that's just, you know, that's just, it's all jokes, bro. Like that's his entire defense of his personality. So I can see like, you know, a girl like gets into a relationship with him or whatever, thinking that, yeah, that's a persona. It's his internet personality. And then they get involved. And then it's like, lo and behold, that's really not.
Well, that's why, you know, I'd love to see more from her because it's like, you know, I'd like to see the context surrounding some of these text messages because
I think you will because there's a court case now. So
yeah, I mean,
there will be discovery.
It's just one of those things where it's like it's not enough for me right now to like make any conclusive whatever opinion about it, but I could see it either way, to be honest.
I can see it both ways too.
I got another yogurt.
Yay. What kind of yogurt?
Yeah,
I'm eating
like,
healthy now.
I think it's probably like it's honestly it's probably a comment like it is true to a point, but she is probably exaggerating slightly. Yeah, because she knows she can get away with it. Like that's honestly probably what it is. He probably did do some seriously effed up stuff to her.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just dumb at this point to if you're gonna file a lawsuit, it's dumb to be exaggerative because it's all gonna come out.
I think these women, they overestimate. They're like, "Ooh, I can exploit something about this guy. Like, I'm so smart. I know that he has these qualities that I can exploit to be a victim, and ultimately, I guess, get either fame, clout, or money because of the result." Because there's just no way anybody with a brain is going to put themselves in a situation with Tate in the last few years and not know what they're getting into.
Like, unless you are an undercover trafficking officer, I can't see it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So do we even need to read the rest of these?
No, you get I basically told you lowdown. Like she basically just thinks that it's like it was a persona, and then it was for a rude awakening, basically.
Yeah, sorry, no. It's like you know what? She's texting like she's trying to get receipts, you know? Because anybody that's has their shit together, you get a whiff of this once and you're out. It's like, I'm sorry. Like, my dad spanked me a lot as a kid, threw a chair at me. So it's like, I dated a guy who kind of dabbled in that too. And so
you don't fuck with that.
And then I was just like, you have no patience for it. But I can understand, you know, maybe you get into a situation like a guy hits you and it's familiar, kind of feels like, oh, the dynamic you have with your dad or whatever. And you like, well, he loves me. It's like, I don't know. But that's kind of like the frog in the hot water, whereas Tate is not that situation.
It's a little cultural too. Like I remember this from like back in the day. It used to be a thing, especially in like Eastern European countries, where it was like an ongoing joke that women whose husbands didn't beat them didn't actually love them, because that's like literally their mentality there. Like,
why?
It's a cultural
they see
thing.
it as discipline. They see
it as like love. Like, I'm doing it because I love you, and you need to be disciplined. And so, and she seems like she's from that part of the country, like that part of the world.
Yeah.
So I just feel like maybe it might be a cultural thing where she's just like, you know, like that kind of thing equals love.
Oh, what are you gonna? Could you put soap in my mouth? You know, that reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah.
Are you gonna ground
wash
me?
your mouth out?
Take away my allowance too.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, here we go back to the kinks again. Like,
yes,
you guys gotta grow up.
And I don't mean to be like sound like I'm a square, but it's like
You're not sounding like a square. You're sounding like a normal human being
kind
who
of
has
like
boundaries.
You really should kind of outgrow it. Not that I'm not creative, and it's like you can't let yourself go to that place. Sure, but it's like for me to get that, I would have to have so little going on that's what I would choose to do with my time. I don't know. I find it so lame, and the people that are like really in their kinks, it's like they're just too into themselves overall, and that kind of annoys me about a person.
Yeah, that's fair. I am gonna have to bounce. I've got
right, you have to grade
and some other stuff to do. So,
Lady G, is there anything else you wanted to talk about before you sashay away?
No, just that you ladies are lovely, and Cherry, it was lovely getting to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yes, Lady G, tell the people where they can find you and what's coming up.
You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on X. Sometimes I do the Instagram thing, but I try to avoid it because it's turning into a cesspool like Reddit.
Yeah, they're all illiterate.
So usually over on X or on YouTube. I just did a working man out of theater live action or live react. It's really good.
Ooh, nice. I want to watch that.
What is that? I don't understand a word you just said.
The new
Jason Statham
movie.
Oh,
yeah, it's the one you were supposed to watch for FNT.
I was supposed to watch it for FNT. No, it was optional.
It was optional, but it's really, really good. Basically, to like sum it up in 5 seconds, there's violence, there's grit, there's bare knuckles, there's the bratva, and it's a masculine hero who has a noble cause and will stop at nothing until he finds justice and or vengeance. It's really good. So that was really great. I've got I dropped a Snow White video. I've got a couple other videos in the works, and yeah, other than that, just my normal 8 to 5 job and being a mama and a wife and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Thanks for coming on, Lady G. Always appreciate your takes.
Bye. It's always a pleasure. Wow, you ladies have a great night. Bye, Nina. Bye, Chrissy. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. We found. Does anyone need a bathroom break? Does anyone need a snack? We found the response video of this chick. Let's watch it.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Hold on, I had to mentally prepare myself for the voice.
My body
okay, I'm ready.
My body is ready. The woman who went
How
viral.
long is it this time? Oh,
3
God,
minutes.
Another 3 minutes. Okay,
I know.
here we go, guys.
Let's get through it. The woman who went viral for saying she broke up with her socially liberal but economically conservative boyfriend responds to backlash. Oh, and she's doing this one.
She's not wearing the glasses this time.
Yeah.
She
is pretty. She is undeniably pretty.
She's very pretty.
She is pretty. She has a I come from money face. You can just tell.
She's all right.
I went to college with a lot of girls like this. You can just there's an air there.
The personality,
the
definitely.
Chic gold jewelry, the like, you know.
I don't know. There's something off about her.
I woke up to going viral.
Something off about her?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
her
There's
brain.
a lot off.
Her brain.
No, I mean physically. Like there's something off about her. I can't.
We need a full body shot to know for sure. Let's find her Instagram. Okay.
On conservative Twitter, so let's talk about it.
Conservative
Nothing like a
Twitter.
morning
She's
after
conservative full of
Twitter.
herself. I'm going to rewind this.
Good morning, guys. I woke up to going viral on conservative Twitter, so let's talk about it.
Bitch, conservative Twitter is Twitter.
You're
It's
welcome.
all the same Twitter.
All of it.
She should be thankful.
The only Twitter that's kind of elusive to me is Black Twitter. Although I did sort of, I guess that's what I went viral on today with those pilot comments. Oh, well.
Oh, no.
Nothing like a morning after drinking the night before and waking up to finding your face on Twitter getting dragged by thousands of conservatives. And most of the comments are like, oh, bro dodged a bullet. Okay, period. So did I, but that's another story. Basically, conservatives are mad that
How many
liberals-
takes did she have to do? There's already been 2 edits. She can't have one free-flowing thought.
No, it's TikTok.
Don't want to date them. And let's be realistic. Do we think conservatives are going to date very far-leaning left socialists?
The answer is no. They're not going to date them either. So why is it my fault that I'm saying it out loud? They're just mad I don't agree with them.
Well,
and you're probably
the
like,
guy
oh my
gave you a
gosh,
try.
I can't imagine what you're.
Yeah.
He gave you a try, didn't he? He tried.
Hold
but
on. No, you brought this on yourself. Don't backtrack now. Like,
I also think like the funny part is that the conservatives are a lot more, most likely a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like willing
Gracious?
to, willing to accept a person for who they are, like more
True.
than the left, like very virtuous, like kind of like, oh, I'll just accept you as you are, you know, I'm willing to give you a chance.
more open-minded.
They're more open-minded. Yeah.
It's so true.
You're thinking right now, oh my God, all ugly men are dragging me on the internet. Boo hoo. And I also think it's very funny that they had to go to Twitter because they know.
Yeah.
That just came out of nowhere. Like, let's just insult everyone now. Like, okay.
It's a cope.
It's all
Because
ugly men.
It's just a way for her to disregard everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because she has to date a liberal. And we can't have good-looking conservative men because that'll make her question her worldview.
I kind of want like the dude that was dating her to kind of make a
I know.
video.
Where is this guy? Let's see his video.
He needs to come forward.
I really
At
want
this
him to come forward.
Anybody could do a video being like, I'm this guy, and here's what I thought.
Fealty, you should do the video.
Fealty, or even like, Fealty, do a response video. Be like, I am the guy.
I am the guy.
Yes, be the guy.
Know that they can't handle the heat on TikTok. But I did screenshot some of my favorite hate comments, so I'll read them for you. Starting off strong, I can't even listen to this whole video. It sounds like her razor blade cutting my eardrum. Notice all the garbage in the background. Listen, I just moved.
Yeah.
That's Anna.
She
That's
didn't
Anna.
clean.
Still unpacking. Where's the nose ring and purple hair? She's not dedicated enough. I have a nose ring. I think you're just too stupid to notice. This woman is the definition of insufferable. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. My friend was like, oh my God, you're famous. I was like, no, I'm just insufferable. This one's really funny. Crazy hot matrix score. 9 crazy, 4 hot, adjusted a 3 for her tone. It's all wrong. If you know, you know. The chaos in that closet behind her is like a metaphor for her mental well-being. Again, I'm unpacking. Leave me alone. Looks like he, she, it, they, z, a, ETC is wearing a wedding band. I don't know why it looks like that. I don't
Because
ever
you're
wear
wearing
it
a
on this
ring on your left hand. That's why it looked like that.
finger, so maybe it was just mirrored. You literally can't be any more annoying than this dimwit. Guys, my whole TikTok page is about me being annoying. You act like this is a new thing for me. When this hag is a dried up, lonely, unfulfilled bag of bones, I hope someone shows her and her cat this video. I'll show it to my cat right now. You guys like cats aren't more fun than men these days. She will never
oh my
accept her role.
God.
So like,
Look,
so
I
stereotypical. Just
love
reveling in the
cats.
stereotype.
I am like a huge cat lady.
Me too.
Like I love cats. But girls, women need
But
to
Nina, you
stop
are not
this
a cat
shit.
lady. There's a difference between being a casual cat owner and being a cat woman or a cat lady.
Well, right. I have a cat, but I'm also married.
Yeah, me too.
So the two kind of balance each other out.
But I'm saying like I freaking love cats. So I understand when like single women get cats because they're lonely. Like I get it. I understand.
I don't
Like,
get it.
sometimes you
Get
need
a
a
dog.
fucking companion.
If you're
No.
lonely, get a dog. Is like a person.
You need a Siamese
Dogs
cat.
are way better.
Yeah, but dogs are usually like a lot more work and they have to be taken
are.
for a walk. Like,
So
there's
are
all sorts of
people.
reasons. There's all sorts of reasons why they don't. But the point is, though, when you start comparing the cat to like men or human beings, that's when you're losing the plot. Just stop that. Just stop that. Like, no, it's terrible. It's a terrible.
I
look.
can a dog. I could see replacing a man because it's a lot of. It is a lot of work.
Well,
You talk to
like
them.
dogs.
They
That's
give you-
true. They are
they're-
dogs.
They're very affectionate. They, you can do hikes with them. You can eat with them. They'll eat all the same food as you. A cat's not gonna have some of your hot dog.
No,
you know?
I'm just convinced that most people who don't like cats, like you haven't been around the right cat. My cat was eating
True.
Oreos yesterday.
Oreos?
Literally eating Oreos with us. Yeah.
That's cute.
That's crazy.
He talks to us. Like, yeah. You
My
just
cat
you
talks.
need
Yes,
the
they
right
meet
cat.
you at the door. They're always excited to see you. You can't say that about a cat.
Yes, I can.
haven't met my cat.
always meets me at the door, and she's always excited to see me, and she follows me around.
We are
Yes.
team cat over
Yes,
here.
Yes,
dogs are
team
family
cat.
members. Cats are just furniture.
Oh.
They're fine. I will not pet a cat, but I'm I would not go out of my way to purchase a cat.
I'm just saying, stop comparing them to men. It's weird when women do that, just generally speaking. Like, they
True.
should not do that.
As a woman and will be an obnoxious bitch who can't respect her partner. Why would I respect someone who doesn't respect me? Assuming that there is
she's conflating respect with having all the same opinions.
Also,
someone who
what
respects
else?
you is going to challenge you.
Also, something else is really gross about her is that weird tap teeth thing that she does with
why?
her long nails. Like, why are you doing that? It's so weird and gross.
weird.
Like, stop that.
That is weird. I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, I can't unsee that now. Oh,
She's got those long fingernails
doing
too.
to
It's like,
her-
dude, that's just
her
dirt, like
acrylics.
going right into your mouth. Oh,
Yeah.
so gross.
She's I don't know. Yeah, she is a narcissist because none of this is really landing on her. She's
no.
like in on one hand, it is good that she's not letting all this online hate like get her down and like ruin her day. And she's like having fun with it, and it's not really she's not taking it seriously, but
She should. I'm
she should take it a little more seriously.
I'm just teasing.
Well, it's sad because
Let me tap my teeth.
I mean, you can tell this is a very unhappy person deep down and will be unhappy for a long time until, you know.
Well, and I think Cherry, I don't know if it was you that said it or somebody else, maybe it was Xray or someone else, but they were saying in the last video that like what her friends say so like means so much to her, and
Yeah,
she's
it was
going
Lady G.
down that same she's saying the same things. My friend sent me that. My friends told me about this. My friends are blah blah blah. It's like, do you
Meanwhile,
have your own
she was
mind?
chastising the dude for listening to his friends.
Exactly. It's like, but do you have your own mind and opinion? Like, why is it all your friends are telling you to do
Are
what
you
to
gonna
think?
marry your friends?
Yeah, exactly.
Like what? Your friend?
No, she would marry
her.
herself. At this point,
would
she's
marry
one of
her
those
cat.
girls that's like, I'm gonna marry myself. I just had already.
She thinks she's got all the time in the world and nothing matters. And
Exactly.
and that ends sooner than you think.
Your friends are
Well-
not going to give you children, and when
But
you know,
she doesn't want kids anyway, because that
She
was one
just-
of the first things she said.
Abortion, yeah.
rights.
She thinks that. I think a lot of women think. I mean, obviously there are women who truly don't want kids, but I think a lot more women realize later on in life. You know, here's the thing: you can always you can regret not having children, but once you have children, you'll never regret them. And I think a lot of women kind of forget that. And it's just, you know, trust me, in 10 years, she's gonna regret all of this. I can tell you right now, she's gonna regret, because you're never gonna get a partner acting like this. It's just not gonna happen. But
All this is just such bad advertising. All
really
this
is.
is just
That's true.
ugh. She's gonna have to meet a guy who's really not on social media at all, and hopefully by then she'll have grown out of this phase.
female gender role is part of the reason why I don't want to be in a relationship. Also, not him quoting my stutters. You got me there. I've got nothing to say on that. I talk too fast for my mind. I'm annoying. I get it, guys. I understand. But anyways, date who you want to date. I personally don't want to date someone who doesn't align politically with me, and that's okay. I don't understand why it's such a huge problem for that to be one of my requirements for dating. I'm just filtering out people. You could say it's like dating with a height requirement. Like, I'm 5'10". I'm not, but saying like,
You know what people don't like her is she's so confident in her beliefs, and she shouldn't be. You know,
I don't
She's
necessarily think
young
she's wrong
still,
though.
And
I don't necessarily think she's wrong.
I don't
Like,
either.
Meaning like she's right. Like she's most likely not going to be compatible with a conservative guy. Like they just don't have the same values. So,
But
in a way,
she's not going to
I
be
don't
happy
disagree
with a
her.
liberal dude either,
Exactly.
though.
And I think it's just the way she delivered the message more than anything. It's like, okay, we can have this conversation, but you're not being serious about it, so don't expect the internet to like respond seriously either.
It was more because she was shitting on the guy. It's like
Right.
you don't have to like you can split amicably and be like, well, we were just really politically different. But she went on and on and on about how she like that guy was basically retarded and how she was going to educate him and like he didn't learn anything from me and like all this stuff like that. That's what makes her so insufferable.
All the while, he sounded like he was doing a great job of trying to court her.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember courtship?
Like, I'm 5'10". I don't want to date someone under 5'10".
She's 5'10". Oh my goodness, she's a giant.
It's the same thing.
She said she's not 5'10".
What? Wait, what? Hold on. Let me
She used it
rewind.
as an example.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to be like, it's going to be hard to meet a liberal dude over 5'10".
Like, I'm 5'10". I'm not. But
you'd have to date LeBron James.
Like, I'm 5'10". I don't want to date someone under 5'10". It's the same thing. Everyone has like restrictions on people that they want to date. I'm not saying I would never date a Republican, but I was saying that I'm not going to date someone who doesn't do the research enough to know why he's voting and who he's voting for. But yeah, go read the comments if you want a good laugh. My dad was the one who told me this morning because I popped up on his Twitter. And if I end up on Fox News, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do.
She would love to end up on Fox
She
News.
would love it.
Yeah, I know, right? If I was a dude, I'd be like, I don't want to date her. Like, I don't know what women are all about, but whatever that personality is I that's what I don't want. Like, just stay the fuck away.
Let's see. She can do and associate with whoever she wants. I don't get the backlash in 20 to 30 years when she's still angry and miserable and doesn't know why. Well, too bad for her.
Exactly.
See, that's true.
These
Exactly.
things, time always sorts this stuff out, right? We should stop giving attention to people who clearly crave it. Yeah, that's probably why she's unlikable. She is loving the attention, and she is doesn't have any shame or humility. She needs to be more concerned about fixing her roots.
Well, she's just unwilling to even like see the other side. I think that's, it's like, I understand you have your beliefs or whatever, but like, can you at least consider the other side? Can you at least consider the criticism here? No. Okay.
She's like a caffeinated banshee with a ring light. Oh, wow. This is a long comment.
The banshee thing's for real, though, because of her screaming.
This is definitely a woman posting because they're talking
yeah.
about her roots. A guy would never point that out.
I thought that was like she's doing that as a style because like don't some girls do that? Like they just have like darker roots and then they have like really like bleach blonde hair.
Conservatives are not mad that liberals don't want to date them. I can promise you that. This chick at Tesla. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Just hopefully time will school her. It's a hard knock life for us. Okay. Let me talk about what would be a good segue. Oh, yeah. Actually, speaking about having kids, this video was in my mom's group today, and I was like, we have to share this. This is sad but funny but adorable. This cute kid.
Oh God. Well, hi. Are you lost? Yeah. Where's your mom?
She left. And that's crazy.
She left? Yeah. Do you know her name? Yeah. What's her name? What's her name? Do you know her last name? Yeah. What's her last? What? Do you know your name? Yeah. What's your name? What's your last name?
What a cutie.
Oh, okay. Do you need a ride?
Yeah.
You're sure your mom?
Oh my God.
Take you?
No, she's not gonna be mad. She's gone.
She left you?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Well, come on and get in. I'll take
Is this real?
Yeah.
Do you need help?
Oh my
This
God.
is an Uber driver.
This is so sad.
And he goes, thank you, Uber.
Oh.
Ross,
is
this is the
so
mom recording?
sad.
Come on. Really? Are we fact checking this?
I don't know if this is real, but it's way too fucking sad.
Okay.
If it's
I
real.
hope it's fake. Okay, you're saying it's staged. All right, good. Because the idea that this little bean was left behind in a parking lot.
I can't deal with that. I'm like, no.
He's so cute.
Like the
This-
sweetest
this-
little baby.
This world can't be.
He's
cool.
like, yeah, she left me.
Oh my God.
Oh. Let's see.
That's so sad. Oh.
Wait a minute. Okay. Oh no, I know.
Founder.
I got sad watching this the first time too. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is staged. I hope it's staged.
I'm just gonna pretend it's staged so I don't become incredibly depressed.
Oh, what a sweet little bean! Like especially in 2025, the idea that like because if I saw this, that would be my instinct. I'd be like, well, let me drive you home. But there's like so many weirdos out there. You'd be like, oh, yeah, it's gonna backfire on me somehow.
Well, I would call the police immediately.
For
That's
sure.
what I would do.
Call
I'd
police. Be like, look, I
"Uh,
found a lost bean, and I'm gonna be driving them home. Wow. Okay. All right. I thought that would be funny. It was more sad. Derek
depressing,
maybe Frank's sex table can fold into something like a Murphy bed. See, practical.
Chrissy, can we watch this other thing since I was so depressed now?
What is that?
This is that thing I was telling you about how the robots are going to take over because we treat them badly.
Oh, okay. Send it in the chat again. I'm gonna get through these.
I am kind of mean to my
Puzzle for
robot.
5. We figure where your boundaries are, and we respect that, but it doesn't mean we don't want to push farther. Army Hammer is gonna eat that toe.
Shut the fuck up, Russell. You're
Modern
so gross.
Artisan Casey for 5. Guys are victims to the kink stuff too, though. That means what? You get pushed farther than you want to go? Yeah, I guess so. Jefferson C. Post for 5. Hate to doubt her, but that looks like blush and contouring. Though Tate seems scummy regardless, and I believe he could have pent-up rage. Yes, because his head is a little too small.
Something's weird there.
Deranged Lunatic. What's up, Deranged Lunatic? Every woman on the panel is hotter than her.
Don't flatter me.
Keep flattering me. Jeremy Parker's for 10. Any woman talking to Tate is a red light woman who most likely would turn tricks behind a dumpster. Let's talk about how hot Jerry is. You need special glasses even to look at her like an eclipse.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, you guys are wearing her down. Pope Zombie Stop for 20. Thank you for the orange boy. It's called being confidently incorrect. Lots of people have this, and it's unattractive. Lack of self-actualization and introspection. Confidently incorrect. Mitchell Fields for 2. I was forgot by my parents, and I turned out fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it would happen pretty frequently. Like that, someone would forget to pick me up from like middle school. And then like
I've never been forgotten by my parents.
Like, bus or something, and then you just have to hang out for hours.
There was this one time, and it was snowing, and I'll never forget that.
Oh no!
My parents are great, though. It was an accident.
How long did they leave you for?
Oh, like 2 hours. It's bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Where were you?
I was at school, and my parents were never married, so there was a lot of miscommunications about like what house I was supposed to be at, and it's one of those times. And I just remember it being cold out though, so I was like, "What the heck?"
Oh no,
they
you
left
were
me here.
Oh
Yeah, like it's cold here, but eventually my dad came. That was before like cell phones too,
Right?
So it was like, what do? Use the school phone or something like that, but. I think I just waited until
that
someone
happened to me too. Like, but my mom was like, "I'm gonna be late today picking you up because of work." So I was prepared mentally to be waiting.
A lot of you guys in the chat were left behind. I walked home from 5th grade. It was fun. I was left at a grocery store for 2 hours. Oh my goodness!
I feel like it's like a pivotal childhood experience.
Last kids, we wandered till the street lights came off. Our grandparents walked 10 miles to school in the cold. Let them tell it. Yeah. My mom was late picking me up from school almost every day. Yeah. It's just called like it wasn't a priority. Timeliness, like the parents were like, "You're on my schedule, biatch."
But it wasn't like our moms usually weren't like, "Oh, we're just gonna forget picking you up." That's what I'm saying. My mom would like mentally prepare me. Like I'm just not gonna be able to make it. But then the people in the chat that are saying I was left at a grocery store, like that's fucked up.
No, that's crazy.
Oh my God, Sam, you were left at a grocery store too? I cried and the store employees gave me soda.
That's so sad. Oh my God. That's so sad.
That is cute. And sad.
I bet you guys, like the ones that get left at the grocery stores and stuff like that probably have a lot of siblings. Is it like a Kevin McAllister kind of situation where you just like they have way too many kids and they just forget?
Because God, Lee got left at the movie theater.
Oh,
what?
But imagine the popcorn.
Jane says, "Hey, if you don't get back to the car, that's on you."
Oh, wow. Russell Hall for 5. Kids whose parents leave, neglect to pick them up, end up pooping in the yard. Parents, don't let your kids grow up to be yard poopers. I don't know anybody who would do that.
What the fuck?
Gross. That's gross.
Nobody's pooping in the yard. That's crazy.
No one does that. Not on this show. Okay.
Hope not.
On to the next topic. Had to put this food delivery robot in its place. Oh.
This is why we're all gonna die, people.
Uh-oh.
Stop fucking swerving. Don't come right at me. Get the fuck to the side. What is your problem?
Uh-oh.
Who is it? Brianna, get the fuck up. You are driving recklessly. Get the fuck out of here. Go that way.
Dang.
Go that way. I'm not gonna move for you.
Whoa.
Look at this feeling.
So aggro.
I don't give a fuck about your feelings. That's right. Get the fuck out of here. Look at you. You're all grubby. Look at it. Was filming a bukkake scene. You are disgusting.
Oh.
Stop fucking swerving.
God.
Don't come right.
First of all, this has to be a joke. This has to be a joke, right?
No, I think it's a joke because he has like other videos where he's just telling off these
robots.
What are they even called?
Robots,
like service robots? Like,
Brianna.
what are they called?
Peasants. Just kidding.
Yeah, little DoorDasher.
little DoorDasher bot. I think he just like he has like that's his thing. He just goes and mouths them off. But still, I believe that this is the reason we're gonna be taken over by robots and all killed off one day
Yeah, I feel
because
like
they
there's
will remember this.
A
They'll be
knife's
like,
gonna come out of that wheel and just be like, "Oh, really?
let me just stab you."
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the robot. I mean, they may seem like, whatever now, but just wait.
It's gonna tell its boss this, and they're gonna just add it to I don't know, a list of grievances for humans.
Yeah,
have you
like
seen
robot
those
HR?
other, Yeah, have you seen those other robot videos where they're like literally torturing the robots
and they're pushing them? Yeah, that's sad.
It's so sad. It's so
weird
sad.
Vibes.
It is weird. Okay.
Some people have just never had any power in their lives, and it's like they see a
we-
robot.
They have to bully a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could never have that in Mexico because there's way too many fucking potholes. So these things will just get stuck in the potholes. Like,
Oh,
it'll
that's
just be
how it is here too, because we get snow. So
Ah.
it's
Are you
pothole
in,
city.
Are you in
outside right now.
Canada? Is that where? Are you in Canada?
Minnesota.
Oh,
Yeah. It's actually just snowed today.
Oh,
wow.
It was all gone, and then it came back.
Is this a relevant video? This is Hannah. Unfortunately, many content creators and X embedded her video.
Oh, this is like a whole very big
Is this
topic.
about?
That's about
Harry.
Harry's vision.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh.
Before that topic, I want to play this this girl. I had no idea who Chappelle Roan even was.
Ugh.
So I
Yeah,
asked
me
Brock
either.
to summarize. Chappelle Roan is a American singer-songwriter whose real name is Kaylee Rose Amstutz. She's born in 1998 in Willard, Missouri. Her stage name, she adopted it as a tribute to her late grandfather, Dennis Chappelle, and his favorite song, The Strawberry Roan. Known for vibrant, campy style music that blends
Chapel.
80s synth with early 2000s pop. Okay, so she makes music.
She's super woke.
She's super woke.
Super woke.
This has been going viral.
All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I don't know anyone. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy and has children at this age. I have like a 1-year-old, like 3-year-old, 4 and under, 5 and under. I literally have not met anyone who's happy, anyone who has like light in their eyes, anyone who has slept. All of my friends who have
No,
the last
you're not-
one's true.
You're not sleeping, but you don't need sleep to be happy, is what I found out.
Yeah, there's no light in your eyes because you're not sleeping.
She's confusing the very necessary work of the first few years of parenting with like the rest of your life and with happiness. And also like, I don't know, like once you become a mom, you just like, you share certain things with just your mom friends and not with your non-mom friends because they just wouldn't understand and they're not going to be able to help you. So it just seems like, yeah, maybe they're not sharing that stuff with you. And
or maybe she's projecting, you know, because she doesn't want kids. Like she's projecting that onto her friends who have them. You know, I mean, it gets to
justify
a point.
not doing it. Like she's
Right.
Putting up a guard.
Well, she's also a lesbian.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is she? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she is.
But then again, I
She's very
thought
open
Harry
about it.
Sisson was gay the whole time too. So
You know, me too.
Yeah.
I actually earned a little respect for Harry Sisson. Just a
I
little.
sat next to
Great.
lesbian moms on one of my plane trips. There was
they
like
exist.
one was
obviously,
sitting
but-
next to me, and then like the other mom with the kid was across the aisle. And I said to the one next to me, I was like, "Oh, are you the auntie?" Because she was like talking to him. And she's like, "No, she said,
I'm the
"No,
other
we're moms." And I was like, "Oh, isn't that something?" Like I just
hilarious.
turned into a grandma at that moment. I was like, "Oh, would you look at that?
Seen everything."
Oh, I guess I've seen everything. I've seen it all now." And then I'm looking at the kid, and I'm all for breastfeeding. The other one is breastfeeding the kid on the plane as we're taking off, which is good because, like, you know, the swallowing helps the ear pressure. And then I'm like, hold on a minute. Hold on a lesbian minute here. How, like, if you're both women, right? Like, and I imagine the one that's breastfeeding is the one that carried the baby. Aren't you going to get jealous of that? Aren't you going to feel a way if you're the other lesbian mom and you don't have any physical, like, connection to this kid?
It depends on what kind of lesbian you are, I think. Because, I mean, like back in the day, like some of the lesbians were like a little bit more masculine. So they're like, they don't really.
They both look female. They both were like femmes.
Oh,
They both
well,
look
then I don't
like a
know.
Midwestern, you know, regular ladies.
Yeah, because back in the day, I think we used to call them dykes.
One of them had a hat that said "Drink water and don't be racist," and I was like,
Oh,
"Well, I agree with one of those things."
Ouch.
So, of course, I kid. But yeah, it was very cute, very adorable little boy. And then, but then, as I'm sitting there, I'm like, who's gonna be the male influence in this kid's life? Like,
I know. I mean, listen, I really am a live and let live type of person, but you know, there is a reason why all throughout society we had, you know, a man and a woman in the home to raise children.
Balance.
And yeah, I mean, I'm sure the kid will be fine, but it's, you know, it is supposed to be a certain way for a reason.
Yeah.
But
And you know what? Hopefully, like one of them has a brother or something, so the kid
Yeah.
can have an uncle or some
yeah,
shit.
I don't think it's the same, but you know,
Yeah,
there's
but-
kids who have gay parents and they're fine.
Right.
You,
know,
you take
it's
what
good.
you can get, though,
You have
Cherry. You know,
two loving parents. You're better
That's
off. You're better off than a lot of people.
It's true.
You know,
Mhm.
they
At
both
least
want
there
to
are
be
two
there.
parents.
They both really wanted this kid.
Mhm.
So, wow. It's just, I was just like, wow.
this Chappelle chick, though, man, she's kind of crazy. Like, she's a nutter butter.
She
There's
is.
another
She
clip
like
of her.
whenever I've seen her, like she's either like just really crazy. Like she has a great voice.
old
Like
is
I've heard
she?
some of her stuff. I think she's young. Like I think she's like
That
she's in her
explains it.
early.
She's
20s.
always complaining though.
She's always
whining about something.
and her fashion sense is like intense. Like it's like whoa.
To me,
Like,
the
She's
whole thing is
27.
Cringe.
Okay.
But it's like you're trying too hard to be this like weird.
okay, she was
alt-
older than I thought because I thought she was like in her early 20s.
She's on this is the Call Her Daddy podcast she's on. This clip right here was like, okay, she's young.
How can these girls tour, write, perform, interview, sleep, eat, and fucking work out? And like, how can they do it all and lead a team and be a boss and pay people and like and be like fucking so politically educated. It's exhausting. And it's also impossible. Also, why the fuck are you looking to me for some political answer? You think I have the fucking answer? But you're like, listen to my song, bitch.
Nobody is looking to you for any kind of. It's very arrogant to assume anyone cares about your political opinion.
Well, she got canceled for it though.
Oh, did she?
Oh yeah, she posted a video basically during the election saying both the options suck, and everyone got mad at her because they were like, "Well, how dare you not vote for Kamala? And you know you should be supporting Kamala because otherwise Trump's gonna get in." And so she got canceled because she didn't implicitly state that she was gonna vote for Kamala Harris. Like it was like she got really bad backlash for that. So I think that's what she's talking about. But
that makes sense.
This is a good comment. Imagine living in a society that allows you to do this and still survive. Male privilege my ass.
Real.
Faux reals. I guess Unwell, this is their drink or their...
That's her network.
Oh, wow.
Alex Cooper, that's her network, the Unwell Network. And yeah, I guess they have drinks now.
It's a weird name.
So weird. Why would you drink something that says Unwell?
Yeah, I would
heard
never
they're bad.
drink that. They may probably make you unwell.
Mm-hmm. It's not good juju.
They
to put
taste
out
unwell.
Everyone's got a gimmick.
Turn it out. Like, I'm a pop star. I wish I had the answers. I wish the president was a pop star, but she's not. How can these girls?
Ugh, she's retarded.
I wish the president was a pop star. Yeah, that'll solve the world problems.
Nobody wants that. How can these girls all do these things but still be politically educated? I don't know, the same way men can. Stop setting the rest of us up because you're ignorant. Holy shit. How can a girl eat and still be politically educated? Girl, what the hell are you saying? I've been saying she's not built for this. I wish the president was a pop star. Ugh.
Well, you know, and then this is the thing that really irritates me about some feminists. It's like, okay, on one hand, you're crying that you're oppressed and that women need to be equal, but then on the other, you infantilize yourself. Which one is it? Which one is it? Are you a person with bodily autonomy who can make decisions like the rest of us, like an adult? Or are you someone who can't do anything because it's hard? Like, which one is it? It can't be both. And I don't even think a lot of women who are big feminists or whatnot, like, I don't even think they realize they do this.
What? You mean like be hypocritical in the fact that they infantilize themselves, but at the same time want to be taken seriously?
That's literally what she just did. It's like she's literally up, you know, that's kind of her whole brand is like the feminism, the woke thing, like, you know, women should be taken seriously. But then on the other hand, she goes and she says what she just said there. Like, oh, I can't do it all. Like, what do you mean? Do you have bodily autonomy? Can you make your own decisions, like, or not?
And she, you know, if she's as big as she is, she's very famous.
Yeah.
She has a team, you know, like she probably is just living in a bubble. Like, oh, like you have people. What are you talking about? And be a boss and manage people. It's like you have management that takes care of shit. And
most of your stuff is probably taken care of. Like, it's just something I notice a lot of feminists do. It's like, okay, well,
you're right. There is, I think about all the feminists that I know that are still like over the years, like girls, like little comics, and they're still feminists. There is something like they're playing pretend. There's something about them that they're wearing like a girl boss skin suit or something.
Right.
It's like they're like playing a role.
Yeah, it's so odd, you know? It's like, guys, just give it up. Like, just give it up already.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't mean like they probably think it's like being strong.
Yeah. It's like, what are we? I mean, it's 2025. What are we fighting for at this point? Like, you can do whatever you want. Like,
yeah. The comments say, I think she's coping with being famous. I don't know how she feels, but she's doing too much and also contradicting herself. Like, you talk about politics, but are also frustrated people are looking at you for opinions. Yes.
Yeah, she's I don't think that she can handle a lot of the attention that's on her, and I get it. I think it would be really hard to be that famous, but
yes, people are giving you attention, but truly not for your political opinions. It's you feel the eyes on you and you feel like, wow, everything I say is important. So here goes.
I don't think Chapel Roan is an expert on politics.
Yeah, I do like the part of her that is like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's some honesty in that. I can respect that at least.
She built her whole brand around queer art and being political. Right, then you should know something about it. Of course, people are going to look up to her as an advocate, whether she likes it or not. Very true. The Alphabet Gang, they're very thirsty for allies. And if you are, they will prop you up. They will do a lot for you. But then you best not ever lose your allyship status.
Yeah, you're walking on eggshells once you've reached that status.
Yeah, can you imagine Lady Gaga no longer being an ally?
Oh.
Like they would burn her at the stake.
She would lose her career.
Mm-hmm.
Most of her fans, I feel like, are all of that.
She's just literally trying to say that doing all of that is exhausting. You mean just life? Like the things that we are all doing?
Yeah, tell me about it. It is exhausting.
Yeah. No joke. She literally doesn't. She can have her personal stance, but she has to be very clear to people. And that stance also includes not having to be people's source of information. All right, this is another dumb person saying that. I adore Chapel. How the fuck do you say your name? I usually feel like generally misunderstood. People don't get the bit because she's not trying to impress or validate anyone.
I think she's a little overrated in general, personally. I feel like it all feels very contrived. It feels like they're like, we need like a gay icon. Here's the best we can do. That's how it feels to me, but I know people love her.
How am I supposed to work, take care of myself, and educate myself on politics the same way everyone else does, queen? Yeah, imagine throwing kids into that mix too. Well, guess what? Then you just stop taking care of yourself. That's the deal. Oh my!
It's like, well, how do you think we feel, sweetheart? Like we don't have a team, most of us.
No,
we're out here raw dogging life.
Imagine you're not even making enough to live. Imagine you're not making a famous pop star salary. How much more stressful that is.
And we still know about politics. Oh, look at that!
Here's my cutie.
What a sweet girl. Well, she looks very like an aristocrat.
Yeah,
she is. She's my little duchess.
She just looks very like. Does she sleep on a pillow?
Yeah.
Aww.
She looks she eats fancy feast.
She does.
She's the fanciest feast.
Oh,
I love cats.
Where's Waffles? Waffles. Waffles.
I love her. She's the best.
If my cat walked in here, he would destroy everything.
He hates podcasting. He hates when you podcast.
He's just a very curious cat, and he sees wires and he sees lights, and he's like, "Oh, I want to try," and then he'll mess everything up.
My cat's messing stuff up now, so I gotta go kick her out.
Oh, okay. Let me get through these. Mitchell Fields for 2. Sarah Fields, no relation to me, I swear. Mitchell Fields for 2. The most fun I have had, I was trying not to sleep. Oh, what's up, Ray? Thanks for the 5. Thoughts on the woman who develops a Chinese accent every time she gets sick? And why do you think Harry Sisson blames MAGA for his awful behavior? Yes, we were going to talk about Harry Sisson. Let's get into it. I am not the most familiar with the Harry Sisson drama. Just that he, I don't know, was hooking up with multiple women at a time, which is something young men do. So he's not really breaking any ground here.
Wow.
Mina, are you familiar with the Harry Sisson drama?
Yes, very familiar. I didn't think I was gonna be familiar with it, but then I couldn't help but go down that entire thread and listen to every single one of those girls complain about this dude.
Oh, you did? You listened to them all?
I listened to every single one because I wanted to know if like he's actually being Me Too'd. And the only one that was like any like spicy was that one that you shared earlier, that one girl. And the spiciness comes in because he works for some dude named Camille something who's oh my god, he looks like a creep. Like the dude looks so creepy. And that dude is apparently like grooming like little boys. Like it's like a whole thing. And apparently, according to that girl who used to be a fuck buddy of Harry, she basically let it all out that he, according to her, allegedly knew about this Camille guy doing really fucked up shit with these little boys and didn't do anything about it and didn't report it to the authorities or like whatever. And then she brought it up to him because she found out through like she goes through like how she found out and everything. And then she found out about it. She like basically confronted him about it. And then he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. At first he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Send me more nudes kind of thing.
Oh God.
Yeah. And then later on he was like, oh, I actually decided to basically separate from him because of all the stuff that you said. And I've basically forwarded the information to the authorities. And she was like, oh, okay, great. Like he's actually, doing something about it. Turned out that was a lie, according to her. And then he asked her for more nudes. And then
that's nice. More nudes.
Yeah. He was like, oh yeah. Like I reported him to the authorities, send more nudes. So it was like, so that's how she was like, this guy's like really creepy and everything. And Harry just always just wants nudes. And like that's basically the story is like he just wants nudes from all the girls.
He almost looks like an Easter Island head.
It's like I look at him differently now. I don't know.
He does have that little
make that picture. Okay, let's see this clippy.
I want to talk openly and honestly about this entire controversy that has
exploded
in the past week.
First, real quick, just before like he gets into his apology. So when all this stuff came out, what he did, which is like a textbook narcissistic thing that most, I would say most men do, but women do it too. But most of the time in this case, when men do it to women, is that they call them insane and they call them unhinged.
Like narcissistic men or even yeah.
So like that was his whole thing at first was like all these bitches, all these chicks are like unhinged and blah blah blah, like crazy, insane, like calling them all these things that they're not. I mean, they're clearly experiencing some crazy shit with him, but it was just interesting that his go-to was they're unhinged, they're insane, like all the keywords that narcissists usually use to basically brush off all the bad things they've done to make the girl sound crazy.
Right. Why are you dating multiple unhinged, insane women?
He's not dating any of them. That's the thing.
He had a roster.
He was just basically like fuckboying all of them. Like not even IRL.
No, it's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, but then told like, several of them that he was only after them. Told this one girl who was allegedly, according to her, was SH'd. Not by him, by somebody else. And then she opened up, like sexually harassed. Yeah, like
okay.
And sexually assaulted.
SH'd?
I think she. Well, for YouTube stuff, sexually assaulted or whatever.
Oh.
She opened up to Harry about the incident, and Harry was like, making her feel safe, and got into it with her, like in her safe space. And then wanted nudes, like was like, send me nudes, and
he's just being a playboy,
basically.
I mean,
and then
it's not a crime.
No, but he was like telling her, like, you're the only one. I'm gonna wife you up, and blah blah blah. And then she finds out that he's doing that with like 6 other girls, and more, and they just kept coming out.
It's just when you're a liberal and you act like you uphold all these values and morals when you are not actually living them. Yeah, it's a little shocking to the liberals that probably follow Harry. I mean, I don't think it's that shocking to all of us, but
I just wanted to make a disclaimer about him and how like his initial response was to call them all crazy and insane. That was like his first go-to was, oh, they're all insane, they're all crazy, they're all making shit up about me. And now he's apologizing.
you know, a piece of shit. Like, let's be honest. He definitely is.
For
but
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
just not shocked by it, you know?
Well, I'm just shocked that he's straight. That was my shock.
Same.
I was
For real.
He would make
I
a
thought it was
very
going to be a
pretty
bunch
girl.
of dudes coming out and being like, you know, he never texted me back. Like, whatever.
First and foremost, I want to start by saying I fucked up. I should have told the people I was talking to that there were other people. And of course, I regret that decision and I've reflected on it a lot and I'm learning and going to be better in the future. Now, what I will say is that this entire situation has been blown wildly out of proportion by MAGA Republicans to further their political agenda. Like, we all know that they don't actually care about this. They just hate me. That's why they care. I mean, when has MAGA ever cared about women? Also, MAGA has been spreading misinformation about the situation.
He always makes it about MAGA. He makes everything about us. Like,
He's like
it's
a paid
crazy.
political influencer, is he not?
Yeah, he's paid, but there's receipts for days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't believe, like,
It's just so funny. I'm sorry that I treated all these women like shit, but you know what, MAGA, fuck you. It's like,
right?
what the fuck?
It's just so typical of these people. Like, everything is Trump's fault.
Yep.
Harry Sisson being a playboy is somehow Donald Trump and the MAGA movement's fault. Like, you can't
When has
make this
MAGA
up.
ever cared about women? Like, what the fuck?
More than you, apparently.
Yeah, you know, they're keeping the men out of their sports. That's one thing.
So I want to set the record straight. I was not in a relationship with anyone. I wasn't exclusive with anyone. I never met anybody in person. I never spoke to anybody on the phone, and it was done among consensual adults. That's it. It was a very casual thing. Additionally, we as Democrats have to get better at recognizing someone who makes a mistake and can learn from that mistake, and someone who does actual harm to a community. We cannot
Give me a break. Like, here's a liberal guy talking about like cancel culture, basically.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Because I'm a liberal. So.
Why can't we just all forgive and forget, guys? Well, you know, you started that whole
feel,
trend.
Harry, now that it's back on, how does it feel when you're the one getting canceled? Like, it's a little different, huh?
We need to be better as Democrats and accept apologies when we're assholes.
Also,
you know, we're gonna be better.
I don't know what you guys saw on X, but what I was seeing, all the MAGA people were like, they were like joking and being like, "Good job, Harry." Like, no one was like coming for him. What is he talking about?
Yeah. That's so interesting that you say that, because I talked to like my friend Mike Harlow, which I think you know, Chrissy, you know him, and he was one of the people out there like in the comments being like, and he's MAGA, and he was just like, I don't think these bitches. He was like, these bitches are just like, you know, trying to steer shit up. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, he was just like, basically, well, he was an asshole, but he was just a fuckboy. Like, he didn't Me Too anyone. These bitches are trying to Me Too this guy.
Totally.
And so he was actually standing up for Harry, and then this guy's coming along being like, fucking MAGA. Like, it's like, okay, well, they all kind of stood up for you.
That's exactly like everything I was seeing on my timeline. So it's just like, you know what, Harry, we tried to like throw you a bone and then you're still just a dick about it. Like, come on. I just can't with this kid. I can't.
He has a punchable face.
As a party, just attack and demonize people who make mistakes, people who are learning from their actions. If we ever want to hold office ever again and actually win an election, our umbrella should be as wide as possible. And we shouldn't be trying to silence people or push people away who are vocal on these.
Except if it's Donald Trump.
Right,
like,
right.
There's no forgiveness or anything like that. If it's anyone to do with MAGA or whatever, if they make any mistakes, like, fuck them. They belong in prison. I mean, if you ask this guy about like anybody, like maybe they felt bad about going to like the whole January 6th thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, if it was up to this guy, those people would be rotting in prison for the rest of their fucking life.
Yep.
Good point.
These issues. The final thing I'll say about this is that people involved in this situation released my private text messages, private photos of me, intimate details about me, intended to stay private without my knowledge or consent. I didn't consent to any of that. A complete.
Hey, this is so funny that he's trying to call consent now. But it's funny. Okay, first of all, from what I saw, and I did read a lot of the threads, Nobody shared any like dick pics or anything. Like there wasn't anything like too spicy of Harry. It just was like a bunch of very just texts.
Risque.
Risque texts. But most of them were actually the girls who were like sharing their own kind of like, oh, I sent him like this thing, but they weren't even nudes. They were mostly like, in their underwear. So they were like, I sent him this, and I was just like, okay, well, stop sending nudes, guy. What the heck? The women just need to stop doing that.
Stop sending nudes. It's send them to your husband.
Violation of my privacy. And I think that regardless of your political beliefs, you can agree that that's wrong. I certainly wouldn't do that to somebody, and I know you wouldn't either. One thing I'm particularly proud of my generation.
I think you
and revel in it.
would. Yeah,
Russell Hall for 5. Someone who does actual harm to a community, like thousands of jobs that so-called liberals offshored for profit, which Trump is trying to restore. Wow, Russell, this is actually the first helpful,
well done, Russell.
Really intelligent thing you've had to say
in a while.
Maybe ever.
He gets one a show, I think.
Yeah.
For doing is moving past this idea that we should idolize politicians beyond their impact. However, I'd like to look at the other side of the coin. When politics becomes a game of pointing out any small mistakes someone makes, we are putting our feelings above what truly matters. How we are
joke. Like you guys all still suffering for TDS. We're going on 10 years now.
Fucking hell.
Like this
all
is
impacted by the actions our leaders take.
And it is.
I'll conclude with this. I have some bad news for MAGA. I know they thought they could use this situation to try to take me down or silence me.
They really
did. That was never going to work. I'm still going to be vocal about the things I care about and fight for the things I care about. And if that upsets MAGA, then so be it.
I don't think MAGA cares about you,
Nobody
Harry.
cares,
MAGA
dude.
didn't care. In fact, it's the liberal women that cared what you were doing. It
You know who he would be
MAGA.
perfect for is that Zoe chick that we just saw.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get those two together.
You should date her. Oh wait, no. The reason all this stuff started coming out is because apparently he has a girlfriend now. So that one girl found out that he has a girlfriend, and then he was like, "Yeah, I kind of like started seeing this girl like officially, so we can't really do anything anymore." And that's how it all came out.
Of
course, dominoes.
Of course, that makes sense. Oh boy. Wow.
Crazy times.
Crazy times, guys.
Oh wait, pull up the other guy though, that creepy guy, just so people can see his face.
Creepy guy. Who's that?
Let me. I put it in the SimpCast thread. He's that Camille guy. Everybody should see this guy's face because
I think he's from Minnesota. I think he's like a something here. I thought that's what I thought I heard, but I'm not sure.
I don't know exactly where he's from. I don't recall.
Doesn't he work in government or something though? Like
he works. He does work in government, and that's why Harry works for him.
Right. I don't know why I thought he was from here, but
hold on. Let me see if I can find this guy's picture. He was so creepy. Hold on.
Is he bald?
No, he's got like blonde, like
balding.
bleach blonde hair. Hold on, let me see. What was
Well,
this guy?
Again, back to your typical Russell comments. Always send nudes. Never stop sending nudes. See, you've canceled yourself out. Mitchell Fields, I was an athlete. Women left phone numbers on my car all the time. I'm calling BS on he never did anything with any of these girls unless he's gay. People left phone numbers on your car? What kind of athlete were you, Mitchell? Curling? Russell Hall says, my friend's cousin knows someone who got a pussy pic from a girl. He pointed out a strange dark spot. She went to a doctor. It was cancer.
Okay.
Oh,
wow. Okay, so this is your reason for why we need to send nudes? For health reasons? Nudes literally saved your life. Okay, that's quite enough from you, sir. Back in your box.
That link that I sent you in the back, that the video that's attached to that is the guy explaining about this whole Camille situation. So we can watch the 2 minutes, or we can just look at the guy's picture because I can just look that up.
You mean this here video?
The one with the dude in it. Hold on. Yes, that one.
Older millennial.
Talk about Harry's involvement with a man named Camille Maroon. his alleged awareness of inappropriate contact with a 14-year-old autistic boy.
Oy.
Now, I'm not going to come to any conclusions here. I'm not an investigator. I'm not a lawyer. But I just want to give you the information I have to allow you to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So as of 4 days ago, when all these stories about Harry broke, as of that time, Camille Maroon not only had a social media company that he founded and ran, a company with which Harry worked, but he also had a public LinkedIn that was directly associated with Impulse, which is the company he founded and currently runs, a company that he is no longer listed on, because even though Google shows the archive of him having an account, he has either deleted it or set it to private. Also, as of 4 days ago, he used to have an Instagram. However, that has also been deleted. Now, Camille was very obviously involved deeply with TikTok and TikTok creators. But as of today, he's pretty much vanished from the internet. His entire online presence, which was fully active 4 days ago, is now gone. Now, like I said, I'm not coming to any conclusions on this, but it does seem pretty coincidental. When this information came out about Harry, and that girl, I'm not going to give her name, I don't want her to be a target, but she put out information where she knew Camille was up to some shit. And she made Harry aware that Camille was up to some shit. And even though Harry promised he was going to get to the bottom of it and wasn't going to work with him anymore, he not only kept doing that, but she actually has a recording of a death threat she received.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I heard it.
Talking about
It's fucked
Camille.
up.
Well, that's not something I'm going to do. Because if the information about Harry and Camille wasn't suspicious before, the fact that the day after the information about him broke, he deleted every single bit of his online presence is. So let me be very clear that we are going to get to the bottom of this. We are going to continue to find out the facts here. But I just wanted all of you to be aware of the current situation. And please, feel free to look into it yourself. When it comes to the safety of 14-year-old children, especially those with disabilities, the more eyes, the better.
Yeah, and then share my screen.
Okay. Wait a minute. Remove that screen. Okay.
That's the guy.
Oh God! What the
guy?
That's a demon.
Like groovy
that is a
fucking
demon. That is
autistic
this
little
person
boys.
is clear.
Allegedly,
this is a see-through person.
That's a demon. Sorry, but it is.
This is what happens when two redheads reproduce. Have a clear baby.
I'm taking that off the screen.
Nightmare fuel.
Ugh, for real.
Zatochi for 10. This is for Russell Hall. He is an enlightened man and makes the world a better place. Cheers. Wow.
Simp.
Simp. You can't simp for other simps. Unbelievable. I want to know more about the lady who develops a Chinese accent when she gets sick. Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
What?
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh my gosh, guys. What a show. What a fabulous, fabulous show. The Bean is going to want his midnight feed soon. Nina, tell the good people what's coming up for you, where they can find you, and so forth.
Well, do you do the lights? I think I have that. Like some sort of party lights or some shit. Is this it? I don't know. I know one of them does it. I'm totally off. Hold on. Here we go. You can find me on Nina Infinity. That's right. I also have a good news channel called Good News Infinite Hope, where I talk about good things and remind you that there's still good things going on out there.
There are.
I love this show. I love SimpCast and Chrissie Mayr. So thank you so much for inviting me on my actual channel, Nina Infinity. You can find my latest Snow White review. I did a full review, so you don't have to watch it. But if you're like morbidly curious about what it's about, go and check it out. I do the full spoilers and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the first time Nina's done an outro and I haven't turned the music up too loud on her. Cherry Perez.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, it was a really good show tonight. It was really fun. You guys can find me on X, YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, at Miss Cherry Perez, and I have a new reaction to woke TikToks coming out on Wednesday. Those are always really funny. So, yeah. Thank you for having me.
I loved it.
I'm so happy to have met you.
Yeah,
See,
you too.
I've met another wonderful woman on the Chrissie Mayr podcast. I meet through everyone through Chrissie's podcast.
Yeah. She's the best.
I love it. I'm so glad. I'm gonna totally follow you. Are you on Twitter? You are. We're in our group. I'm gonna follow you.
Yes. Come see me. I'm doing a little spot on the Hartford Funny Bone show Tuesday with Jimmy Dore. Let's put this up one more time. The little shows. Come to a show, guys. Why not? They're fun. You're always guaranteed to have fun. Hartford, Connecticut, April 1st, May 17th, Mount Kisco, August 8th and 9th, Long Island, October 18th, Ohio. For tickets, go to chrissiemayr.com. And as always, you know, tag the cool clubs in your area or venues that you want me to come do comedy at. What else is going on? I'm going to have Anthony Cumia in studio for a live one-on-one interview on April 11th. So not this Friday, but next Friday. I'm definitely looking forward to that. The baby's pool is still, he hasn't had a swimming lesson in like so much, all this time because a pool drove into his freaking pool. A car drove into his pool.
What?
Yeah, it's wild.
Crazy.
Cool. Yeah. There's a random, of course, female driver, unfortunately, just drove into the pool. So they got to redo the whole thing. It's going to be closed. Well, it's been a month already, so I don't know. I got to figure out when they're going to open again. I will be doing Quite Frankly on April 8th. But that's a ways from now. That's next week. Yeah. And that's it, really. So thank you for watching SimpCast, everybody. Oh, a couple more last minute. We did that already. Jeremy Parker's for 5. The hottest part of SimpCast is Chrissy blowing a kiss in the intro, but Cherry is giving that a run for its money. Unfortunately, no décolletage.
Yeah.
Your charms are not working on her. You'll have to try harder. Thank you guys for watching SimpCast, and we will see you next week. Bye.